Requesting an ambulance with detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Roxbury.
gather in this space for magic. We come to the movie canon to laugh, to cry, to care. We crave that indescribable feeling that streams over us as the intros start to roll in. And we go somewhere we've never been before, not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together, dazzling images perfectly rendered on all of our screens. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good on a live stream like this. Our vibrant panelists and viewers represent the very best of us. United by our passion for cinema and art, our content is a testament to the power of community, crafted with precision and heart. Because here, they are. The Movie Canon. We make streaming better.
Hi, you're watching the Movie Canon? Watch Gio. Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is Figures Talk episode number 20. It is Sunday, August 4th, 2024, and I greatly appreciate the fact that you're watching us here tonight when there's a grand finale of House of the Dragon going on right now. So hopefully half of you guys do not just automatically leave. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. There wasn't that many announcements or releases this week. There was just a couple of them, but there's still enough topics here that we can talk about. And of course, we always have the Fantasy Figure Zone and Keep, Gift, or Destroy. So there's still plenty to talk about. And of course, I have my my Canon Council here tonight, as always. Now, my co-host, Mr. Danny Spotchka, unfortunately will not be joining us here tonight, but there's enough Spotchka mist in the air, spirit of Mr. Danny Spotchka, Mr. Ink, here in this channel in this Figure Talks. But he'll be back very, very soon. But I do have quite a few members here tonight, so why don't we go ahead and bring them into the show, the Canon Council, as I like to call them. Let's go ahead and bring in my first guest of the night. He is the new and current Figure Talk champion, Mr. 1 Adam 12.
Since I was 3 or 4 years old, I've loved Star Wars. So we'll keep Luke. We're getting into double jeopardy where things really get tense. Iron Man, knowing that the original Avengers are destroyed and the MCU goes down the drain. And also knowing that we destroy Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh man. That was effing awesome. Awesome. Love it. Wow. My favorite characters. Yes.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you for being here. I know, like I said, I mentioned this earlier, that there's a big finale right now, and I keep like trying to, like push people away from the stream tonight, the finale. I'm not caught up on House of the Dragon, so that's why I'm like, I'll just do my stream tonight. But thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, well, this is a spoiler-free zone, so if you're watching it, spoiler-free. We'll catch up on it later, but I couldn't miss the movie canon figures talk.
Well,
so
thank
I love
you.
being
Thank
on
you,
the show, and as the reigning champion too. So I got my caps guarding the belt right there. So looking forward to interesting discussion tonight.
Oh, actually, let me show that right there. So you have your belt right there. Let me
right here.
Oh, there you go, right there under cap, right there. Yep.
2012 Endgame cap is he doesn't have the Tesseract. He's keeping an eye on the belt.
Okay, all right. So again, thank you so much, sir, Mr. 1Adam12, everybody. Okay, so let's bring my next guest. He has been here many times, and of course, you guys know him and seen him on the live chats and everywhere. Mr. Aaron Collects is joining us here tonight. Okay, so your next one is a Goku. Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Don't
of course,
do it.
Godzilla.
Damn.
So that's Godzilla.
I'm about to leave the stream.
Nice.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
Nice.
Chilling,
Aaron.
chilling. Glad to be back here. It's been a while. Sorry.
It has been. Why do you look a little different?
Got a fresh haircut.
Oh, is that what that is? That makes such a big difference
My
like that.
hair got long and it's starting to get in my face. And
Oh, okay.
But I'm glad to be here with you, Gio, 1Adam12. You've been growing, bro. Almost there at 2K. I remember you were at like 100 subs not too long ago.
Right,
Congrats.
yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
With the fact checker coming in soon and Classy Thomas soon.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Mr. Aaron Collects, for coming back here. Yeah, like you've been here several times, but it feels like it's been a while since you've been out here. So thank you so much for coming back.
Keep going on that.
It's all right.
Great display there, man. Nice variety of stuff.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
You too.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's bring my next guest. He has several names. He has the name of SpongeBob SquareBalls, and of course, Mr. Classy Thomas with all of his classy loopholes. How you doing tonight?
I am doing pretty good. I guess I haven't yet been here long enough to earn a preview video, but that's okay. But I am glad to hear that Adam is, as my avatar, is protecting my belt, my championship belt. Thank you so much for that. I am appreciative as always. Make sure to polish it daily, and I'll be checking up on you to make sure that you
come at me, man.
treating my medal as it should be treated, with the ultimate of respect.
Well, Mr. Classy Thomas, thank you so much for coming back here. And actually, when I was playing the intro, so I was like, Classy Thomas, he's been here many times now. So you're on the list of making an intro for as well. So
that's cool. Hey.
I got plenty of information about what you like. So hopefully we'll get that going very soon. But thank you so much for being here, Mr. Classy Thomas. Always a pleasure to have you on there.
Glad to be here.
And there is another guest here tonight, Jose Plus. He'll be here in just a bit here. We'll bring him on, obviously, as soon as he gets here. But the fact checker, exactly. But let's go ahead and go into the live chat real quick here. We have Mr. Kenny Lang dropping by here. Hello, Mr. Kenny Lang. Thank you so much for being here. You're always in here in the live chat, and of course, I greatly appreciate that. And Mr. Adam 12 warming up the chat as always. Thank you so much there. And Mr. Brick Artemis, he's dropping by there as well. Hello, everyone. Hey, everyone. Thank you, Brick. Always a pleasure to have you as well. Commander Green says, hey, at the movie canon and chat. Thank you so much, Mr. Commander Green. Greatly appreciate it there as well. And looks like you're just talking amongst yourselves there. And then Adam says, no, don't go up the stairs. And we're talking to the Nicole Kidman little parody. And yeah, so I guess we'll find out later what happens, right? Let's see. And Jose G Hernandez, Mr. Jose Place. Hey, fellas, I'll be there soon. So we'll definitely bring you on there. The fact checker in just a bit here. Let's see. Another awesome intro by Gio. Thanks very much, Mr. Adam 12. Your Aaron is on too. Yeah, Mr. Aaron Collects is back here. Yes, definitely. Action Figure Academy. Martin Milner and Kent McCord is what the saying here.
Adam 12. Yep.
And we have Get Classy, a preview video, says Jose G Hernandez. Yes,
all right,
most definitely. So the campaign has begun. So we'll get that going. Brick, what's up, fam? Thank you so much there, Mr. Aaron Collects in the live chat, warming it up here while he's on the panel as well. Okay, so like I said, we'll bring Jose plus the fact checker so he can check some facts when he gets on here. But there's, like I said, there's not that much stuff going on this week, but there was just enough stuff going on. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about those. So let's go ahead and let me just do this real quick, guys. Because I didn't actually get a chance to really talk about this when they first showed this. So obviously they're showing the figures that are becoming soon. At least will be shipping soon. They're almost done. And then there's the other one that I showed earlier at the beginning of the stream. This one is not done yet, right? So most of them have been released except two. So we have the Return of the Jedi Vader and then the Rocket Raccoon from... and then Cosmo from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So we should be expecting those releases within the next week or two, I would say. But these right here, these include the Joker, the Artisan Joker, which we all thought was going to be the first one to be released, but instead it was the Batman Imposter.
Yeah, that was weird.
that was released. That was so random, and I did pick it up, by the way. But all these right here,
good figure.
Yeah. But just very quickly, guys, because you guys probably already talked about this before, but just very quickly, which one of these figures do you think are you most excited for of this list? And which one do you think is going to be first of these right here? Let's go to you, Mr. Adam 12. What do you think?
Well, I have, I'm getting Bane and Thrawn. I was getting the Obi-Wan, and I actually canceled it. And the reason being is I just got from Sideshow the Clone Wars and Mandalorian Obi-Wan. I already have Episode 3 Obi-Wan. I have A New Hope Obi-Wan. You know, at some point I had to, you know, we're halfway through the year. I don't even know what other announcements are coming. So I had to make a decision here, and I cut the cord with the. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a great figure, but I had to cut the cord somewhere. I gotta think that might be the first, either that one or the Joker. Because that Obi-Wan's been delayed for months.
Oh yeah, it's been delayed for a long ass time.
I think it's So
that, you know, to answer your question, I think that's got to be probably the first one or the Joker. Because if we just had the Artisan, that got released right in Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. The Artisan, the
Batman Imposter. Yeah, that one's been released in Hong Kong.
They have the head sculpt down, so I got to think
the same head sculpt.
Yeah,
this other one's ready to go, or nearly ready to go.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think that would be probably one of the very first ones, if not the first one on here on this list. I'm assuming they're gonna finish the other list, right? I would think the Return of the Jedi Vader and the Rocket Raccoon. I would think so, but you never know. I guess you never know.
I gotta think those two are in the next, like you said, the next 2 weeks. They've been doing like one a week.
Right. It's kind of like the pattern that we've been seeing lately. How about you, Mr. Classy Thomas?
You know, I would hope that the next release would be Bane. I've been waiting for him for a long time, but I don't have any of the others on pre-order, so really the only one that I don't have any interest in would be having Bane. So yeah, I'm hoping he's next.
Yeah, Bane has been announced for a long time too. I don't know if it's been longer if the announcement of Bane is longer or the Obi one from the series. I don't know if that one's longer, but those two have been around for a long time, and they've been delayed.
I don't really do a lot of Star Wars, so I'm not. Well, the what is that dude's name? The Anakin. Was that the Artisan Anakin?
Oh, the Artisan Anakin Skywalker. Yeah,
I have that one on order also. So,
okay.
So I kind of would be happy if that came out, because I mainly do the original the 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
and I don't know much about the prequels, but I do like the younger Anakin before he Vadered up, and the girl,
Padme.
Padme, yeah. So I ordered those two, kind of because in my display, since I mainly have the original trilogy, I'm kind of doing almost like a family tree. So,
okay.
So I have, I'll have Padme and Anakin, and then Vader, and then of course I have Luke and Laura. Not Luke and Laura. I'm thinking about General Hospital now. General Hospital, and Luke and Leia, and that'd be interesting figures though. Yeah, and then of course Harrison Ford and
Han Solo,
and Billy D. Williams.
Oh, Lando, okay, yeah.
Lando, yeah, and so I have them, and then I have a Boba Fett. So I'm kind of making my display like a downward running from top to bottom. The originals going down to that. So that's kind of like the extent of my Hot Toys collecting for Star Wars. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have a Ahsoka. But I have that one that's kind of more the cartoonish version. Not, it was the one that came out that looked a little bit more cartoonish, but it wasn't completely. But
the cartoon.
I like that figure, so I got her. But it's not like I really connect her with Star Wars. It's just a figure that I like. So, but yeah, that's the extent of my collecting. I still hope it's going to be Bane, and if not, then that Anakin would be really cool. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Aaron?
I got none of these on pre-order, but I'm gonna be totally left field here. I really want the Moff Gideon, because I really like the design of his armor. I was gonna get the first one, but then they came out with this one, and he has the helmet and the armor and everything, and the head sculpt is better on this one, so I'm gonna just get this one. And this
is a better look for sure, this Moff Gideon.
And as far as everybody else, Thrawn, I decided not to go down the Ahsoka line because there's a lot of shit coming out. You got
there's so much shit.
You got the Deadpool and Wolverine line that's just now starting, Ahsoka, you got the Flash line, a lot of lines. You got to pick and choose.
So you didn't get any Ahsoka figure at all? Or pre-ordered any of them?
No. Well, Shin and Balin, those are the only two.
Oh, okay.
I feel like those were the best characters in that show. In my opinion.
Well, because when those were announced, I was considering getting those because they look cool.
But I think I'm just only gonna get those two and maybe Marak, the Inquisitor, because that's a badass design.
Oh yeah. But I decided not to pursue that because that's too much craziness for me.
Yeah, it is. And what I think is gonna come out first, maybe they gotta do the Joker. They just came out with a Joker, so all they gotta do is put that head sculpt on that body and throw it out there.
Yeah,
I would like Anakin to release, but I feel like that hair is not ready to come out yet. They would have put it on this list if he was ready, and I want that figure to be 100% accurate to the prototype because it's supposed to be their best line. And if they come out with some goofy looking stuff, I'm gonna be very pissed.
Right, a lot of cancellations going on there, but the window begins this month. I think it starts August to December, right?
Well, or July. Then July. It got delayed to August to December. There's a lot of figures scheduled to release, and we're just looking at it, and there's a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming.
Yeah, some of the other stuff that we saw in the events last week that haven't been actually
Yep.
ready for pre-order yet, and
Well,
then the
one
other shit that we
figure-
talked about last week. So
Yeah, one figure that's creeping up is Supergirl. I really want Supergirl,
that's right.
and
Mhm.
she can come out any day now, and that's gonna be a Tim set for me.
or even the Batman, the modern suit, that one too,
And
or
that
the,
one
or,
too. And
or
Flash.
the other, or
And
the
Flash,
quote unquote,
yes.
the quote unquote Batfleck
Yeah.
Batman and the Bat Cycle, right?
Yeah,
So,
bro.
So-
There's a lot of lines. It's tough. You got to pick and choose, or you go broke.
I gotta think there's gonna be one more of these previews that Hot Toys is gonna release
Mhm.
before the year ends. Because
They
so
did
we
that
know
last
there's two
time.
more. Yeah, there's two more left. As you said, the Rocket and Vader, and then there's
Yeah.
7. There's technically 8 figures here, but I go imagine that both those Jokers will be out the same day.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna call it 7. So that's 9 figures, 9 weeks. There's still more weeks of the year, and they tend to release 1 or 2 figures a week. It seems to be
Yeah.
on average, at
And-
least 1 figure a week.
That Thrawn was supposed to come out like early next year. He's gonna come out way earlier than.
yeah, I was surprised
Like
about
some-
Thrawn and Moff Gideon.
Yep.
September to March, I think, is the
Yeah.
because my I put the NRD down I did it on a payment plan, and my first payment on that is September.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they pushed them back a little bit.
We have
They
Mr.
saw
Ken-
they were coming out with so much things, so we gotta
Yeah.
just fall back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Kenny Lang says, "I just want that Bad Batch figure to be released so everyone can complete their line." That's the last one, right?
Tech,
Last one
yeah.
that's remaining.
He's gonna be like the next crosshair, going for like 700 watch. I'm calling
yeah?
it. He's gonna be the one to finish the line. Everybody's gonna want him.
Commander Green says, "I feel that Obi-Wan had the sculpt redone, and I think they did, right? I think they mentioned that
Mhm.
that was something they were going to redo that. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to look the same as the what do you call it, the Clone War one and the Mandalorian one, because I know a lot of people did not like that one, but we'll see what it looks like." Brick says, "I'm ready for the first Artisan figure to be released." Yes, and I think it's going to be that. I think Sideshow's going to send that out hopefully soon.
I just hope they don't
Batman.
mess up on Anakin. That's gonna be a real big disappointment, and then people are gonna be looking like, "Oh, the Artisan figures ain't shit." So everybody's gonna start canceling their orders.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But all right, so let's move on to the first official topic or announcement. And this one we kind of already talked about last week. It's just that we didn't have much information about the Lady Deadpool yet. They announced it, they teased her and everything, but it actually finally went up for pre-order after like maybe a few days or so after the movie came out. And so we finally have her here. So let me go ahead and open up the movie canon figure file. Use the same one from last week, from the Deadpool and Wolverine film, as a lot of you guys know. Release date July 26, 2024. Last week, studio distributor Marvel Studios / Disney. Rotten Tomato score: 80% of the critics gave it a positive review out of 298 reviews. 97% of the audience gave it a positive review out of 10,000 submissions. The worldwide box office, this is not updated. The worldwide box office now is $825 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So it's about to cross the $1 billion mark
1 week.
in less than a little over a week. Yeah, correct. In less than 2 weeks, it's about to cross that. So that's insane, especially for an R-rated movie.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's definitely on its way there. And then we have the price. If you're interested in this Lady Deadpool on Sideshow, it's $280. Expected to ship August to December of 2024 in from Sideshow. I think, isn't this one officially released already in Hong Kong?
Yeah,
It is, right?
I believe
think
so.
I think-
Yes. So this one I think is like ready to go, but it's either way, it's coming. It's coming already, just like the other the main Deadpool one.
I wish they would have did a Wolverine too to come out.
Yeah,
fast.
that's what a lot of people
know.
were saying, because like, why wouldn't you would want the duo, right? Not
yeah,
just,
you gotta
not
wait a
just
whole
Deadpool.
year.
Yeah, so now we have to wait still a long time
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, that's kind of odd there. But yeah, so that's what we have here. And I mentioned this I think in the last week that I'm not going to pursue the the Deadpool figure because I just want to. I think I'm okay with just Wolverine, to be honest with you. At least when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, spoiler alert, people, if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, if they announce some of the other figures, like cameos that we see, that's a completely different story. But we'll talk about that a little later.
Mm-hmm.
But then let me just show you a couple of photos here. But I know there's a couch going on here, and I'm not sure what the situation with that is. But then it has this styling hair with wool material. So that was kind of
it's an artisan figure,
basically, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of those artisan figures are like the only difference is that
the hair.
the hair. So it's like, why is not this one an artisan figure? But
Well, this one, they probably don't have this one as artisan because it's not really rooted hair. You know,
okay,
they probably did, what they did is that they probably made a ponytail, and then they probably have an opening at the top of the head where they have the hair tucked in there, so they didn't have to worry about punching all the hair throughout the entire head sculpt in order to form, and then they also don't have to style the hair. They just did it into a simple pony. So they could have done that with the cheaper nylon or other materials, but I'm glad that they used wool because it really looks a lot better. And it's going to it's probably going to stand up a lot better as far as time goes. You're not going to have to worry about a lot of the frizziness and stuff that comes with the synthetics. So, but it's technically not really a rooted figure, which would kind of keep it from being artisan. But but I do love it. I think that this Lady Pool looks really good, and because I didn't realize that they were going to release her so quickly, and I was actually going to search for it. I think they had a third-party Lady Pool.
Oh yeah.
And I was planning on actually going out and buying her, but then fortunately this came out before I started my search, and so as soon as she came out, I went on ahead and pre-ordered her, and I'm gonna have Deadpools everywhere. I'm going in hard on the Deadpool line.
Okay.
Because throughout my cabinets and stuff, I'm gonna have little Deadpools and stuff hiding, and peeking out through different things. I'll probably have one, goosing Loki, or hopping in Superman's lap or something like that. You never know where Deadpool's gonna pop up. So I'm just gonna have Deadpools everywhere. And now I have this gorgeous Lady Pool. Now the one thing I really wish they would have made, I really wanted them to make a blind owl and a blind owl and the what was that other one that I really wanted? There was another character that I really wanted, but I definitely want a blind owl. And I wish that they had made Domino after that second movie.
I knew you were going to say that.
Domino. I really did. I mean, she was one of the highlights of that movie for me. But I'm glad we're getting some of these. I hope we get a few more of the variants. I'm just not sure which ones I want. I definitely would like a Cassandra Nova.
That'd be cool. I mean, I liked her in the movie, so
yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll get her figure, but
I'd like to have her because I actually have a couple of Xaviers around here that I could pair her with, and they could be fighting it out. Since he thought he had killed her in the womb, now that she's out, she can.
No.
Now they can really fight it out like twins. But I'm going in on Deadpool like it was the Ahsoka line, because they came out with some Ahsoka figures.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping that they are going to X-23. They could give me one of those. I'd be very happy. I really love Loki.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about those in just a bit here.
Oh, okay.
Let me get into the live chat real quick here. Kenny Lang saying this figure is growing on me, and definitely tempted, he says here. And Miami's Nemesis dropping by there. Thank you so much, Mr. Miami's Nemesis. Really appreciate it, as always. And any other thoughts, Mr. Classy Thomas, regarding this?
No, I'm just so happy. I really am. I love Deadpool, and he brings me so much joy. So, and and I think that this movie was the shot of adrenaline that the MCU needed, and I'm hoping that now that they've kind of gotten this and hearing the good things I'm hearing about, like the Thunderbirds and Fantastic Four. I'm really looking forward to seeing the movies that they're going to come out with, and I'm hoping that we're going to see more of Deadpool in some of these movies.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. I mean, it's making enough money, so I'm sure we're getting that shit. Aaron, what do you think?
This is gonna be quick with me. I wish she had a more prominent role in the movie to give me a reason to get her. She just shows up and that's pretty much it. She doesn't really do nothing important, but it's definitely a cool looking figure. And for those who are collecting Deadpools, it's Lady Pool. You got to get her, right? But not for me. If she had like a bigger role and importance to the story, then maybe I would consider it. But I'm gonna pass just in case they're gonna go deep this line. So I got to pick and choose which figures to get. Get the more important ones.
Now, spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine. But Aaron, if let's say that in the movie we actually see Lady Pool unmasked, and then they make a head sculpt of her, would you be more tempted or more interested in getting?
Yeah, a little more tempted, a little more. There's gonna be a lot of figures coming out of this line, and you gotta pick and choose which ones to get.
Mr. Kenny Lang says, I think she plays a bigger role in the recent comic runs. But yeah, she just wasn't really in it that much. We see her.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be. Yeah, I thought she was gonna be a bigger role. Had a bigger role.
Well, actually, all of the variants, I thought they'll have like more presence in the movie, like throughout. Like scattered throughout. But it was.
Does she even have a line of dialogue?
Yeah, she does.
She does. I can't remember. She had a line of dialogue.
Yeah, she does. She says like two lines, like at the beginning when they first pop up, and then closer to the end when Peter Pool.
That's the other one who I want. I want Peter. They need to make me a Peter. Oh well, right. They need to make the character Peter for me. How about okay? I had to clean that up a little bit.
That'd be surprising though. Like I don't know if I would be surprised or not if they actually made him, because he was kind of important in the movie. So
yeah, but so was Domino, and they didn't make a figure for her.
Well, yeah, I guess suppose that's true.
And he was in that movie too.
and Deadpool 2. I mean, did they make that many figures from that movie? Was it just
Cable and Deadpool?
Cable?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the two, right?
And a Dusty Deadpool.
Third party made the Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool actually if they had made that one. Fucking Deadpool 2. Brick Adam is saying, going to be awesome having the quote unquote family together. Yeah, because
they should have had like a scene with all four of them.
Yeah, with Kid Pool. Yeah. They're making Kid Pool. We know that. But then the Baby Pool is obviously in the as an accessory, and then Lady Pool. Adam, what do you think?
Well, first thing, Thomas.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get Deadpool, I strongly recommend you also get either Daredevil or She-Hulk. And the reason why is, that's very good, because some of the things that your Deadpool figure is going to be doing there, you might be getting some harassment lawsuits, so you might need She-Hulk and Daredevil to defend him in court. And
that's right.
That might be helpful. I love this movie. I can't wait to see it again. Saw it opening night, like I think pretty much everyone else, nearly everyone else did, or opening day. To me, this is like, if I was still getting Marvel Legends, I would get this in a heartbeat. But like Aaron, some of you guys have been saying, it's, you got to pick and choose what you get. Now, here's where I would consider getting this. If you can go back to the photo where they're on the couch and he's doing like the heart symbol. That's the one on the couch, but there's another photo there where they're sitting next to each other on the couch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that one right there. Like, I don't know why they didn't produce a couch accessory.
Yeah.
If honestly, if they came out with that couch, that would probably make me get this figure. To have them in this pose here, I think that would, or
You
something
can use
similar.
that couch for anybody.
That would look awesome.
Yeah.
In fact, I
Although,
was using,
although though, because they did tease Kid Pool, right? So, do you really think Kid Pool is gonna have too much? Like, do you think that maybe they'll have this couch, this sofa with Kid Pool to make it worthy for us to get him? Because if it's just Kid Pool by himself, like maybe a couple accessories, I don't know if they'll actually will be.
That's the ideal
appealing,
situation, right?
appealing, right? If it has the
Yeah.
couch, then it's like, okay, maybe you can get the couch as well. Because I don't know why
that
they
would
just
look
showed
cool
this
on display.
random. Yeah, because I don't know why they just showed this random 1/6 couch. I mean, like I said, I've been collecting as much as some others, but I don't know if they've done that where they show like an accessory like this, like a couch or something similar to it, and then just not actually deliver it. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that's where
and
my mind was going. The
And
Kid
I'm a
Pool.
sucker for
Yeah.
1/6 scale furniture, so if they somehow came up with that couch, but that I think Kid Pool will be the perfect place for there because, he's a smaller. Even though because I keep thinking smaller figures, I know that with Rocket and the dog Cosmo, I still think that would be overpriced with those two because those two figures, as far as I'm concerned, really should be accessories to another figure.
Yeah,
as
you're
small
right.
as they are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but I think Kid Pool being a child figure, it would be better if he did come along with something.
Yeah.
And if they did bring him with that couch, that would be very, very fun.
If they would have done Groot, Rocket, and Cosmo, that would have been better.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We have Mr. Kenny Lang saying, Deadpool is going to be a hit this Halloween. Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And then Lady Pool, they make a costume for her too. It would be dope having the whole family decked out in Deadpool gear. Yeah, so
I
get all
swear, if
those
they give
figures.
me a Peter Pool, I will lose my mind. I promise
Right.
you.
Just like all the variant Deadpool, right? In the movie.
I promise you, I will lose it.
Yeah. Let me see. Any other thoughts, guys, on Lady Pool before we move on to the next one? Okay. The next one is, let me just remove this real quick here. Okay, so we're caught up in the live chat. Oh, I just heard something real quick. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in the individual known as fact checking. He likes to fact check. So let's go ahead and bring him in right now, Mr. Jose Plus, the fact checker.
Are you an angel? What?
What's up, Plus?
Hello, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jose.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Sorry,
How you
I'm
doing?
late. I had a lot of things going on. I was trying to get all of them done before I sat down, and I was here with you guys. So I'm here. Sorry about that. I apologize, but I'm excited. I see you guys I've been hearing as you guys are talking about Lady Deadpool, so I'm here. Let's talk about it.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, Mr. Jose Plus. This is your first time in Figure Talk. Now, you're one of the few people in my channel, with the exception of my brother, who has been on all my shows, The Med Report, Horror Talk, and now Figures Talk. So
Oh,
thanks so
wow,
much
the
for-
trifecta.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And I used that little clip from Natalie Portman.
Yes,
'Cause,
Natalie Portman, because yeah,
Yeah, so it's like
that's my
it's
girl,
like-
man.
It's like that's not your intro, but let me just put that little video clip for
I
Jose
appreciate
real
that.
quick. So what are your thoughts on Lady Pool?
You know what? I'm kind of gonna echo what Aaron was saying about, I want to see, because her role was so small. I kind of want to see what else is gonna happen with the line, like if they're gonna do those other characters before I pursue it. I like it, but I don't know if it's enough for me to kind of pre-order it right away. Maybe something down the line, but again, I want to see what else they do, because there's other characters that came out in that movie that'd be a higher priority for me to order and have in my collection. So
Yeah, most definitely there. Let's see. My brother Matthew dropping by saying lame. So I don't know what you're referring to, Matthew. But thank you so much for being here, Matthew. Okay, so I think we're all done with Lady Pool. So why don't we jump to the next one here? And this one actually is having some controversy, which I was not expecting at all. Actually, where did the image go? What the hell? It's missing. It's gone. Okay, so let me do this. Let me just open up the figure file. It is from. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. It is the Batman Keaton 89 2.0 released, and some of the information is cut out there. But I just put the price in there: $350 for the deluxe, and then $284 for the standard. The sideshow status wait list is open. And let me open the movie figure file for this film. Batman, released on June 19th, 1989. Studio distributor Warner Brothers. Rotten Tomato score at 77% of the critics gave it a positive review out of 141 reviews. And 84% of the audience gave it a positive review out of over 250,000 submissions. The worldwide box office for this film, again, that's in 1989 dollars, $411.6 million. And a lot of you guys probably know that I am trying to collect all the film iterations of Batman individually. And that's what I've been doing. Keaton is one that I'm missing, so I did pre-order him. So he should be coming hopefully soon from Sideshow, but who knows, right? With Sideshow. But he's released. Now I'm missing West, and now that they tease Clooney, hopefully we get that as well. But I was excited for this. I'm seeing a lot of negative comments about this figure. I think something to do with the suit, the texture of the suit, and I guess the face plates are not as good as the previous one, from what people are saying. This figure looks good to me, and like I said, I need Keaton, so I'm perfectly fine with this figure. I don't see any issues.
What sort of comments are they making in terms of complaints?
Just what I said right now, that the texture of the suits too saturated, and the likeness is not quite there. Just things like that I've seen, but I personally haven't really noticed, and I can't compare it to the other Batman because I don't have the 1.0. I don't know if any of you guys have this, but I'll shoot it to you, Mr. Jose Plus, since you just joined us. But what are your thoughts on this Keaton Batman figure?
So when it comes to the criticisms, I think they're fair. The suit does have a little too much texture compared to the suit from the film. I'm not sure why. I can't really say why they did that. I do think that there was some texture, but I don't think there it was as much. The issue that I haven't really seen many people really mention is that if you compare it with the original version, if you've seen the comparison videos, his chest is really like flattened. So like his pecs, they're not as pronounced in this version, which is kind of unusual. If you look at a picture from the original film suit, it was more closer to the 1.0. So that's the one thing that was more glaring to me. Like I can get over the texture because it's like whatever's, but the chest thing looks a little strange. But I mean, if you have the cape kind of flowing in front of it, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Batman 89. The likeness, I think, is good. I mean, the facial application on the face plates there look good enough to me. But there's people that are just they love their 1.0 and they're satisfied with that, and they believe that one's to be the superior figure. So that's kind of what they want to pronounce as the winner here. But I think you can't really go wrong. Also, body proportions look better if you look compared to the 1.0. So I mean, if you don't have one, I think this is the one. Obviously, it's still a higher quality, I think, overall.
Did you get any of these 1.0 or 2.0?
I don't have the 1.0. I chased. I was actually chasing for a long time the Batman Returns, the 2-pack. But I never got it. Some guy wanted to sell me the returns once for $600. I remember, and we were talking back and forth, and ultimately I was like, $600 is a lot for that Batman Returns. And just the single, I wanted the 2-pack, but he only had the single. And then he had the gauntlets. One of them was broken. Like it had issues, and he wanted $600.
Yeah.
Yeah. now, now I kind of reflect on that. I'm kind of glad, especially because they're teasing the return suit as well, right? So I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. But yeah, this one, I do have this one on order. I don't remember with who, but it's one of these retailers. I'm not in a hurry to get it, so whenever it comes, it comes. I do have the Batmobile, actually. It showed up this week.
Oh, okay.
It's huge, man. It's huge, man. I don't even have a spot for it yet. I'm going to do a garage shelf. I think I might have told you, but I want to do a garage shelf in this space that I have in the room. I'm going to have to move some things. Oh, yeah, man. It's really nice. I mean,
I'm sure
it's cool, man. I took a few pictures and I put Marty McFly in there because I don't have the Batman yet.
You have Batman, yes. Okay. So you don't? Do you have it? You have other Batman, right? Other Batman
I do, yeah, but I don't know that my OCD would make me like too much. I mean, I'm not gonna put Bale or Val Kilmer in there. It's not.
Okay. So
no, that
you put Marty in there. I guess he's going back to the future.
I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so like I said, this one I am excited for. Like, I don't know if I like this faceplate.
No.
Yeah.
But that was kind of odd. And see, the issue.
I like
that
the
have
bloody
with this one. Oh yeah, that one's cool. That one I definitely do like that. The issue with this is that when I started collecting, this was already, I think it was already waitlisted of both the standard and the deluxe. So I put myself on the wait list, and the one that converted was the standard, not the with the base with this awesome diorama base here. So I didn't get that one, but I'm so excited that I'll be getting just another iteration of Batman there. Let's throw it to you, Mr. Aaron Collects. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm gonna be a party pooper here. I don't really think this movie it's all that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm on the younger side. This movie, I can name a lot of movies better than this movie.
Wow.
Subjectively, Aaron. Subjectively.
But I think it looks cool. There's probably some issues with it. I'm not really too familiar with Keaton like that. I'd probably, if I'm gonna get a Keaton, it's gonna be the modern suit to go with the Supergirl that I'm gonna get, and maybe Flash. I have that trio. But it's good for those people that missed out on the 1.0, and here you go, you got another chance, so you might as well just get them. I don't like that faceplate though.
Yeah, in that shot, it looks like he just got his braces taken off. Or
right. Yeah, it's an odd gesture. I don't know. It's
I
kind of
do
weird.
like the base is fire though.
Yeah,
it's fire.
I really love the base, but I missed out on that. But maybe I'll try to get it on.
Figure, though.
Maybe I'll try to get it on eBay, but who knows how that's going to go. Let's see. Classy Thomas, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I'm pretty sure that I ordered this through Sideshow, so I'm looking forward to getting it. Yeah, all right. Probably me and Adam are probably the ones that. All right, I'm old enough to have experienced every Batman from the '60s through the current time, and so I appreciate all of them. I still love this Batman because I remember when this came out. I think I was maybe a year or so out of college, and I went to see it with a bunch of friends. And I was so excited because there was such a span of time between superhero movies, and when this came out, I was like, yes, Batman, and it was just so fun, and I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out because it was Tim Burton doing it, but he kind of I kind of really dug it because I was like, wow, Burton kind of gave it a gritty feel, but it also had some of the fun aspects that the 60s Batman had. So it kind of was a nice blending of the two for me. The only thing that I never liked about this Batman up until Pattinson was that they always have that cowl, and it's always like this solid piece, so he can't turn his head, he has to turn his whole body.
Oh yeah.
And I never understood the practicality of having a costume where you can't turn your head. It doesn't make sense. And so that's the only criticism I've ever had for any of these costumes. But I'm still a big fan of this, and I can't wait for it to finally be released.
Yeah. So like I said, this is a great armor base that I'm going to miss here, but I like all these pictures. Like I said, there's the criticisms out there, and some people maybe are canceling whatever the case. But like I said, I absolutely need this one here. I don't have a comparison. Oh, there's a Jose Plus Batmobile right there. I don't have a comparison of the 1.0 and the 2.0 here, but like I said, I'm perfectly fine with this. No issues for me there. But Mr. Adam, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm like you, Gio. I went on a wait list for that deluxe with the base and the standard, and the one that came up for me was the same one you had, the standard one. That base looks awesome, but I mean that's fine. I'm gonna have him standing next to my Christopher Reeve Superman for the classic. So Thomas, like you, I was I believe this movie came out June 19, 1989.
Right.
And I was a sophomore in high school. I went with my dad opening night to go see it. I was so excited to see this movie. And I remember reading a few years earlier The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller and Frank Miller's Batman Year One. And I told all my friends, Batman is not the Adam West TV show, because back in the 80s, that was the popular conception of comic books. If you're watching a comic book film or TV show, it's got to have the bam, pow, zap comedy that you saw in the Adam West show. And there was a real controversy about hiring Michael Keaton to play Batman because his previous films were like, he was Mr. Mom, he was in several other comedies, and he was in a movie called Clean and Sober, where he was an addict in recovery that showed his dramatic chops. So obviously he was fantastic as Bruce Wayne Batman. But I remember that first movie trailer came out a few months prior to the film, and it was on like Entertainment Tonight, and my parents let me videotape it on the VCR, and I would watch, this is before the internet and all that, and I would watch that trailer over and over again, with Jack Nicholson, and just, so I'm really, from a nostalgia standpoint, I'm really excited to get this figure. I mean, Aaron, I do think you're not wrong in that this is not the best Batman movie. For me, it's I love the Nolan movie. I like the last Batman movie too with Pattinson. That's a very good film. But I really like the Nolan trilogy.
I will say
so this is not the best Batman movie.
I will say this Batman was the best part of the Flash movie.
Yeah, 100%. And that movie was a piece of crap, but
yeah,
Adam,
he was good in this.
I think if we look at each Batman movie or Batman show for what it was and what it offered in that time, I try not to compare one iteration to another, because, for example, Keaton's Batman gave me some of the best villains. They gave me the Joker, of course. Everybody gives you Joker, but then I got Catwoman and the Penguin, and they were all twisted. That's what a Batman villain has to be. It has to be a little demented and a little twisted, and that's what I really enjoyed about Keaton's Batman, and also the fact that even though he kind of presented as Bruce Wayne a little bit more normalized, his background made him a little bit twisted also. And that's, I mean, that's the thing we have to recognize, is that Batman is not normal. Oh, hey, Marty.
There you go.
That
actually works for some reason.
I love it, yeah. Yeah, he's going back to the
Look at
future.
that.
So yeah, but yeah. I mean, but they all bring their own little thing, and even though, like, I may prefer one over another, but I can appreciate what they all contribute. I mean, even Kilmer, and I am not a Kilmer Batman fan, but I appreciate elements of what was brought in through that movie.
Yeah,
So I try to recognize it's almost like when someone has a run in a comic book and then they change and then they change up. You know, I have to remember this is not the same. These are not the same people writing and creating this book. This is a different people with a different vision. And so my job is to take that vision and see if I can appreciate what they are presenting to me. And so because I love this character so much, that's where I place my loyalty, is by just trying to appreciate the vision that the creators that are creating this for me are trying to present to me. Like, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you know, nobody can touch Frank Miller in my eyes. So anybody who tries to do anything that's not Frank Miller, I'm kind of like, it's not Frank Miller. But you know, all of them have brought different things that have to be appreciated. So that's just my opinion. I just try to appreciate them for what they bring.
So when are we getting these monitors, these computers?
Never.
It's like never.
Never.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember when they had that lady and she was they had her face still, but they had the mouth moving. Well, why don't you try the what was that? She was talking about the Joker thing, and it was just her mouth moving. I was like, what in the heck? I mean, that was just that part just had me cracking up. I just kept looking at it. I was like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah. So any other thoughts, guys, on this Batman 2.0 release before I move on to the next one real quick? Okay. So I'm just going to do this real quick. This is probably just going to be like me and Jose here, to be honest with you. But they just they showed this little tease. Well, I think this is from Sideshow Con, right? And
Yes.
I saw it on Facebook today, and I was like, I missed this. I didn't see that part of Sideshow Con. And of course, a lot of you guys know that I'm a big horror fan, and actually, we're covering Jason right here. But yeah, these photos here, they look amazing. I got a few of those on pre-order.
I would like that Freddy and Jason.
Oh yeah, you would? Okay, yeah. So because I was they did that third party. Remember that one, Jose? The third party one with
Yes.
Freddy and
Did
Jason.
not look good. Yeah,
and I was like,
from
should
the
I-
Freddy versus
I was-
Jason movie. Yeah,
Right. I was like, should I get that? Because I know the Sideshow one was like gone, and then they decided to
yeah.
make more of these. And yeah,
Mhm.
so these are for pre-order. And then I'm hoping this Pennywise specifically is released sooner before Halloween, so I can have it for Halloween.
Yeah.
But
It looks
who knows
really
what-
good. It looks really good to see how the body and everything else holds up. But in terms of aesthetically, it looks really good.
Yeah, look at this right here.
Look at
close
that.
up of it right
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
And
that's Tim Curry right there, man. And that
Yeah,
Beetlejuice, man.
Beetlejuice, I love it.
Oh man.
that's this Beetlejuice
Yeah.
right here. And I didn't pre-order this
When
one
that
because
second movie comes out, that's gonna be hot.
oh yeah, most definitely. I don't know if this one's sold out yet, but I didn't get it. I didn't actually
Oh
get that
man,
one.
Freddy
But
looks good.
Yeah.
and this
They
is
need
the
to distress that sweater a little more though.
yeah, and then here's the
Oh,
Jason.
man.
So these are, I believe, they're for pre-order. This is from
That's the one I want.
Lost
I
Boys.
love
Yeah,
Last
David.
Boys. There you go. Last Boys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched that movie once, and I thought it was okay. So I wasn't super excited for this one exactly, but all the other ones.
I wrote a paper on the Lost Boys being a cult classic. So yeah, I really like the Lost Boys because
Yeah.
the Lost Boys was really the introduction of the kind of like the teen / kind of like gothic vibe of vampires. Prior to that, like vampires were seen as like these older guys, kind of like the Draculas, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't until these guys came into mainstream media that they started kind of making them cool with the biker jackets and the motorcycles and the younger, live on forever type of thing. So Anyways, all that went
Yeah,
into that
good.
paper I did, but yeah, man, it was
to read
cool,
that.
man. I love the Lost Boys. Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
love that Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
not
amazing.
it's like a statue or whatever,
It's a
right?
statue, yeah. And that
And
Frankenstein.
I like
is
that
amazing, too.
I do like that Frankenstein. We're getting into Halloween season, spooky season, so I'm kind of already getting in that, spooky season mode or whatever. So that's what. Let me just show this real quick here. Not spending too much time, but
You noticed how there's already Spirit Halloween's opening up, and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
August.
Already?
I was like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
August, man. I saw one yesterday. I was like, what? I was like, it's August.
yeah,
But,
they're
okay.
doing it like earlier and earlier. It seems like, and then by the time October gets here, they start to like closing shit down, or like
Yeah,
closing stuff away, and it was like what?
two,
But,
2 more weeks. Duncan has the pumpkin spice coffee, so that's coming.
Oh, that's right. That's about to start as well. Huh? Any other thoughts here, guys? I know we weren't going to spend that much time on here, but if not,
I'm thinking of getting that David one. I love the, the Lost Boys. Love the Lost Boys.
Yeah. So
And David looks good. Beetlejuice looks good. I mean, they all look solid, man. So I mean, Sideshow always the issue with the bodies, So hopefully that's not an issue with the newer figures. So we'll see. Wait and see. I want David. I haven't pre-ordered him though because I have too many things on order. But I'm most likely getting him for sure. So
See, I had given some thoughts to this Beetlejuice. I was undecided because I'm more of a fan of it and It Chapter 2 than the original TV series. However, this looks really good. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I might need to drop a coin and get that.
For Pennywise or Beetlejuice Classic?
No, the Pennywise. I have Beetlejuice on order, but this
Oh,
Pennywise
yeah.
looks pretty cool. I think that
really
one of my
does.
issues with him is that he reminded me. This one reminded me a little too much of the actual Bozo the Clown. I don't know if you remember.
Oh
Bozo.
yeah.
I know what you're referring to.
But and so I don't know. I have good childhood memories of clowns, and I have good childhood memories of Bozo, and I kind of have a hard time envisioning him as an evil clown. But I'm almost 60 years old. I can get over it. So I'm kind of liking the way this thing looks. So I might have to. I might have to get this. Yeah.
And Jose, did you get a chance to meet Tim Curry last year at CreepyCon?
No, I didn't. No. I'd like to, but he's like, because of his condition and all that. It's it's harder to kind of communicate with him and all that.
Yeah.
What's his
It was like
condition?
he had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in a wheelchair and all that. So
Oh wow.
yeah. My friend got a photo with him. We didn't meet him, but my friend got a photo with him, and it was a nice photo. And he said something really nice to her and all that. And so he's a good guy, man.
Yeah. I was able to meet him last year, and he couldn't really move his head that much. He was just kind of like this way, but he was nice. He was really nice. All right, so let's move on to the next thing here. Let me just go back here. Okay, so I was gonna do kind of like not really so much a ranking of any sort, but actually I don't know if I read this or not. Brick says I only have Beetlejuice on pre-order on PO, so so they'll get that Pennywise there, Brick, if you're a fan of that. But let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the Artisan figures. Let me just move this real quick here. Like I said, I was kind of like gonna rank them somehow, but it's just a matter of we'll just go over them one by one to see what you guys think. As far as your excitement level, because none of us have seen this in hand, right? So we can only go based on these photos, with the exception of the blogger photos for the Batman Imposter. But unless I miss one, I believe there's 10 Artisan
already?
figures that have been announced, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Let me know, guys, if I forgot one. But this one right here, the Artisan, Anakin Skywalker, which I know.
Don't worry.
Aaron
I probably
brought up.
have the fact checker.
Oh, that's right. We do have him here. But so he was announced about a year ago. So he's The window is now, we're actually in that window where it could actually come out. Probably later than sooner, but I was definitely very excited for this announcement, and I did try to pick him up to get him on Sideshow, and I actually didn't have any issues getting him. I guess one of the few people that didn't have any issues getting
Lucky
him.
you, man. Lucky you.
I got
You gotta say, you say it so nonchalant, man. Just like I had no issues, you know.
Yeah.
It was not like us. We had like 5 tabs and couldn't get it. Or whatever.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were having problems with it, but for me, I was like, this is my first time. That was like my first time. Actually, no, that's not true. The Joker, the Artisan Joker, was my first time, and that one was smooth too. So when that one went well, and then this one went well to me, I was like, what's going on?
The thing that sucks about this Anakin, there's only one. There's no like sculpted version. So
yeah, that's really disappointing because people that didn't get this, at least you could settle right and get the sculpted option, but
they're saving it for that dark side Anakin.
I think so.
Yeah,
Brick.
definitely.
Yes, definitely Brick. But yeah, I mean, we definitely. I think they're gonna do Dark Side Artisan, and then they're gonna have a sculpted option for Dark Side. I think that's my prediction. But
watch them do the same shit from this one right here, that they just only do the Artisan.
He would break Sideshow if they do that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But are you guys expecting the Dark Side Anakin Artisan this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there was a leak. And all the figures have been right so far. I think he's the only one that's missing, so he might be coming soon.
Yeah, that's crazy because you know how they announced that battle damaged Darth Vader. I know it's not an Artisan, but I was like, maybe I should, because that one looked really cool to me. Like I was like, I like the cape. That one looked really cool to me. So I was like, should I get that? But then I was like, what if they do a Dark Side Anakin? I need to pick and choose because I don't think I can do both.
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't pre-ordered that battle damaged.
I was mad when they came out with that Vader because I got the Kenobi one.
Oh yeah,
they come out with that one, so I'm like, this version just became my clean one. So now I gotta get that Vader.
Because I didn't get him, so that's why I'm like, maybe. Even though that battle damage Vader is not obviously, we haven't seen him in the movies, or it's not canon.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but it's cool. Like I said, it looks amazing.
They can't get no better than that. Like how can they top that one?
Yeah.
I guarantee you next year for the 20th anniversary of Rise of Skywalker, they're going to have a Artisan or Deluxe Vader on the operation table at the end of the movie where Sidious turns him into Vader.
Revenge of the Sith, right? You said Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Right.
Revenge of the Sith.
There you go, fact checker. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guarantee there's going to be a Revenge of the Sith Deluxe Vader, where you see his whole fully scarred face, and maybe you can interchange parts similar to what they just came out with as announcement, but maybe they'll have a table that you can go on.
Mr. Brickarman says, "I just sold my Dark Side Anakin. Don't judge me."
Smart.
So Brick,
he's getting ready for it. He's getting ready.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
As I said, he's getting ready for the Artisan.
I think Dark Side Anakin is like what he dropped to like 650. He's around that 650, 700 range. When that Artisan one comes out, he's gonna drop to like 350, 300 probably.
Rick, let us know. Did you get like a good return for it? You don't have to tell us how much, but did you get a good return for it? Because I think it's smart that he sold it now before they announce it. Because as soon as they announce it, like Aaron is saying, it's gonna go way down. So.
Yep.
Just like I'm trying to sell my General Grievous sideshow.
Yeah.
Yo, Collector Joey got the sideshow Grievous, and a week later they came out with the Hot Toys came out with theirs.
Actually,
that's why that whole conversation right now in the community about buying backwards, right? Like, should you buy backwards? And that's hard because it's like for us, like I'm so accustomed. I've been collecting for a while too, and we're so accustomed to like, okay, well, if we want the new figure, we can sell the older figure, maybe at retail, maybe you won't get much of a profit, but you'll still get your money back. And nowadays, you're not even getting your money back,
No.
So
The market
So-
is real
kind of
bad
risk.
right now.
It's even more risky now. It's riskier.
So
now.
I think the collectors now have to be completely like know for sure that whatever they're ordering they really really want, and they're going to keep in their collection, because you're not going to be able to get your money back. So be cherry pick and know what you want, because
it's not going to be like cross. Every figure's not going to be like Crosshair selling for way more than retail. That's just like 1 in 100 figures. That was
anonymies
that was
now,
based
man.
off the hype.
How much? How much are they selling that Crosshairs now? Do you know?
900, I've seen it.
Yeah, he's still up there, and then when Tech comes out, Tech might be up there too.
Okay.
Jose, I'm the poster child for buying backward. It's been a year since I've been collecting Hot Toys, and so this Artisan Anakin, I just missed this because I was just getting started in the collection when this was announced. But I'm dealing with this issue right now in terms of what am I going to do with Deadpool. I have the first Deadpool. I bought backwards. I got a pretty good price on eBay for it. I think I paid I don't know, 130, 140.
Oh, okay.
On eBay for it a few months back, and now I'm thinking I think it's still a pretty good picture. It's nothing's peeling on it or anything like that. But that new figure looks really good, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I could do different poses with this one. You know,
I'm right there with you. I have the new Deadpool coming in tomorrow, and I have the dusty Deadpool I got a year ago, and I don't know what to do with that.
Going in the box, man.
Yeah, you might have to.
I had Deadpool 1. I gave that to my nephew. I have Dusty Deadpool and Deadpool 2. I have 2 of the Deadpool Deluxes that I've ordered. I have the Lady Deadpool. I've got both of the versions of Wolverine. So like I said, I'm all in because, see, I don't mind having duplicate figures. I mean, I can put Deadpool anywhere. And I am a Wolverine complete nut job. I mean, I will put Wolverine anywhere. And as a matter of fact, I have enough Wolverines I can actually give him his own display. So I guess for me, it's kind of like the thing I have to be concerned about is making sure I don't buy figures that I'm really not interested in. For example, like what I'm still hoping that since they developed that Wolverine body, I heard someone saying that maybe we will wind up getting a Drax. An actual Drax, since they've learned to paint on silicone and everything.
From Volume 3.
And I'm hoping that they will, so I can actually finish my Guardians. But I bought all the Guardians because I like them, and I don't really have an intention to sell them. And I mean, I even got the Yondu, and of course Yondu nobody can get now. I mean, you can't find them anywhere. So I'm just happy that I made choices about things that I actually want, and didn't really treat them as like impulse buys.
Yeah, the Drax. I was thinking Volume 3, but that one has the suit. So you're talking about like the Volume 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, I hope they make the shirtless Drax
they could
with
do
the tattoos. That would be awesome.
Yeah, they could do like an Endgame version. You know, they're still revisiting that line here and there, so they can do an Endgame version, shirtless. You know, new silicone body or whatever's. I could see that happening.
That would be awesome.
Talking about Wolverine, if they do a certain suit that showed up in that movie, and then you have these 2 versions that went up for pre-order, it's so hard, man, because they look so good. It's so hard.
Yeah.
That's 3 Wolverines right there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I have the Days of Future Past one, 4 Wolverines. I don't know if I could do that.
The 1973?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kenny Lang is saying this figure is going to go for some bank when it's released. Yeah.
If it looks this good as the prototype. If it looks this good.
And it does look good.
Well, so far the one that we've seen from Joker looks really good. So hopefully
because don't y'all remember? I don't know if it was Summer Showcase or some convention. The hair was all crazy.
I know what you're talking
That's why
about.
it's not ready right now, because
I have that image. I have the image in my head since I saw the
I hope it doesn't look like that. I hope.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I think they know better to not do that.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a movie still right here. I mean, that doesn't look
Yeah.
like a figure.
Right.
This is my most anticipated Artisan, and if they mess up on this, I'm canceling
here.
all my Artisans.
Same here. So that would be my like number one right here. This Artisan Anakin.
And that's what kind of makes the like I have the light side Anakin that released in 2017 or whatever. So I still have that original version. I wanted this one because when I saw it, like it pales in comparison. Like you guys were saying, it looks like a movie still. So I'm like looking at mine and I'm like, oh man. So it's like that's what I'm saying. It's just like, oh man, like you want the latest and greatest sometimes, but then you're gonna take a huge loss. I'm not gonna get back if I sell this. I'm not gonna get back what I paid for it. Like so.
It's sometimes
he still sells for a pretty decent price.
Light side?
Yeah, like maybe like 300, 350, somewhere around there. You just got to be patient. Maybe somebody will offer you some.
Well, for now, I haven't put him up for sale because I didn't secure this version. Yeah. So, I didn't get this version. So I was like, well, I want Anakin, so that's what I have. So I'm like, maybe I have to stick with what unless Gio wants to give me his. I don't know, man. If you want to give it to me, I'll accept it.
I'm sure. I'm sure
you would.
Even if it still looks bad,
you'll take one for the team, right, Jose?
Hey, maybe Gio wants to get the dark side version that they announced, and he's like, I don't want light side anymore. Jose, do you want it? And I'll be like, oh, sure, man. Why not?
Oh yeah. I'm sure my brother would have an issue with that shit because I know he wanted it. And speaking of that, my brother's here in the live chat saying, I just now realized Wolverine doesn't have visible joints. That's crazy.
Is he talking about the shirtless one?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's just the arms. You see the line, but it's supposed to swap out the hands. So, but it's a good looking figure. It's just
it is.
How many Wolverines would you really want in your collection? You got to be a real big fan of Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm good with
just one.
I'm good with just one.
Yeah, you need 20.
Yeah,
you need 20.
For me,
everybody needs 20 Wolverines.
For me, the way I stay disciplined with my Marvel characters, I don't really double up on them. Like I get one, and I don't really necessarily want to call it a definitive version, but I'll get my favorite version of that character, and then that's kind of what I stay with. So I have this Days of Future Past Wolverine, and I'm actually thinking I'm probably gonna sell him before the yellow suit comes in, and that yellow suit's gonna be my Wolverine, for my collection with the Marvel characters. So. But there's people that like I want to have all Wolverines from every single movie, and that's cool too. If that works for your collection. So, or like Classy has all these Deadpools. He wants to have a Deadpool army.
Exactly, so. But I'm with Aaron on that other Wolverine suit. I mean, if they come out with that one,
I
will flip my lip.
Yeah, I'll be very
okay. If they give me Peter, and then they give me Blind Al, and then they give me the Wolverine. The other one, I'll be in a catatonic state. That'll be the time you will send me a message of Gio saying, "Hey, can you join me in the same?" I said, "Nah, man, I'm dead. I can't come on because they released too much stuff on me, and now I can't take it."
Classy Town. I think they're gonna come out with it.
I believe so too. I believe in my heart. I believe in my heart that I'm gonna get that one.
Yep.
Did you guys see, looking at this video, did you guys see that person that got the INART one and put the imposter head sculpt on the INART body? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
No.
It looks really good, man.
It does.
And that's something that I was like, oh man, maybe I should have got that imposter because I have the sculpted version because I didn't want to buy the 2-pack. The $1,000 INART 2-pack. So I got the sculpted single of the INART. But I'm like, oh man, like now that gave me an idea. So I'm like, if it's compatible, I should have got that imposter. And then I could have just popped the head on the INART one. And now I have a rooted single Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I could just put the other INART on the imposter one. But I'm like, I don't really like I never buy things that are not really like canon to movies. Like that imposter Joker thing for me, I was like, well, that's not really like that never happened in the movie. Like it could be like an Elseworlds thing.
That was just out of left field.
Yeah, I heard someone talking on the stream. I don't know who it was. I want to give them credit, but I totally forgot. But I don't know who it was. But they were saying how they wanted to buy that imposter one and then put it in the what is that thing? Oh my god, I'm forgetting the armory. Putting that in the armory instead.
Oh yeah, I heard that
and I was
too,
like,
yeah.
oh man, like if the Joker went to the Batcave and like messed up his
Batman
suit,
versus
you know?
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Batman versus Superman?
Yeah, he did that to the Robin.
It was the
yeah,
Robin.
the Robin suit. You know.
Yeah, so this
But
one,
we don't know.
Right.
Go ahead.
But this Ledger, like I said, I missed out on Ledger Joker. So when they announced this, I was ready to go for this one. So like I said, it was easy ride for me to get this.
I could have got this one too. Actually, I think I jumped in the queue. I could have got this one, and I ended up, and I was like, well, I have the INART, so I didn't, you know. Kind of looking back now, I'm kind of like, if it's looking as good as it's looking now, I'm like, maybe it would have been a better investment to get this one and sell my INART one, even though the INART's so good, you know. But I wanted a rooted one, you know, and I settled for the sculpted, you know, because I like I said, I didn't want to do 1,000+ for the 2-pack of INART, you know.
Yeah, that's why I did.
And it's like that paywall thing really, like, it bugs me, you know, when it's like that. That's why also for the Joaquin Phoenix one, me and you were talking about that. When the queue was up this past week, and it's the same thing. Like I wanted a Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but I was like, I'm not gonna get the 2-pack or the 4-pack. It's just too much money, you know. So I just let it pass, you know. And then when they announced this single red suit version with Hot Toys Artisan, I was like, okay, that's for me, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a rooted Joaquin Phoenix, and I only wanted him. I didn't want Arthur Fleck. I didn't want all the other ones. I mean, I do like that bathroom one. Like that's a cool thing when you get that 4-pack for the INART, you get that bathroom.
It's so
because you get those 3 dioramas.
It is.
Too. I mean,
it really is.
You get the TV show, you get the bathroom, and don't you get a 3rd diorama? Or is it only 2?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
The stairs.
Oh,
you get the stairs.
Oh, the stairs. Yeah.
So I see. Like the thing I like about the INART is that even though I know I'm gonna pay a lot of extra money for it, the one thing that I do like is that all the accessories and dioramas that you get with it kind of make a nice thing. However, you got to be really committed. I didn't like that Joker movie enough. I mean, it will be one thing for me to get 1 figure. I don't need 4 figures from that particular movie, because I just didn't love it enough. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't like something I want to go back to. But the Hot Toys one, they did such a fine job on it that if I said I would really like to have a Joker representation from that movie, then this would definitely be the way to go.
And then they give you a sculpted and a rooted.
Yes, Aaron. Right on the money right there. So you get the sculpted option too. So you have an even more affordable option.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even more affordable option. That's more easy for us to easier pill to swallow, right? Because it's like it's more affordable. You can get a single sculpted from the Hot Toys, and maybe it's not going to be as great as the Joaquin Phoenix INART version, but it's going to be great. You know, it's the way that we're look at how this one, at least the Imposter Joker is looking. You know, it looks like it's pretty solid. It's the real deal. So
I can't imagine spending $1,500 on 4 6-scale figures. I might as well just get like a Prime 1 statue, have much more presence than those figures.
I try to put these in order of announcement, because this was the other one, the Wanda. So that one I was kind of tempted because it looks great. But I didn't actually try to pick her up. But I did into the queue, and I
could have got her too.
It didn't seem that difficult. I think the worst one has been that Anakin, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Because because of the sculpted hair version of the other ones had that option, and the Anakin just didn't. And then I think the Batman Imposter Joker, that one doesn't have a sculpted hair version either, right?
No.
So it's just those.
That
2.
one was like on Sideshow too. Like I said, I looked at it and I was like, I could have pre-ordered it right then and there, but
yeah, that one was.
I wish I could have gotten the rooted Wanda, but I didn't get her. I got the sculpted Wanda, and I'll tell you what, I mean, as much as I would love to have had that wool hair, Hot Toys has been doing an amazing job with this rooted hair. I mean, with the sculpted hair. I mean, they have wound up. They figured out a way to make it look so realistic. Because I have my WandaVision version here on my shelf over here, and that hair looks amazing. I mean, I don't know how in the world they've gotten that down. I mean, I have not seen any other toy manufacturer that has gotten sculpted hair perfected the way Hot Toys has. And I'm just like the Valkyrie with those micro braids. I mean, how in the world they figured out how to do that is absolutely amazing to me. But yeah, I mean, I mean, sometimes I like the sculpted hair more than I like the rooted hair.
Yeah. Sometimes it does look better.
So again, what I did here is, again, as a newer collector, when this came out, I looked at this and I'm like, all right, what's the Civil War one selling for on eBay? And I found a good deal.
You did that?
For like $200. I'm like, yeah, good enough.
What the hell?
And, for the Joker,
you made someone's day there, man.
yeah, I found.
I will tell you.
I found the
Go ahead.
INART Joker for like $300. I'm like, that's less than the than the sculpted version on Hot Toys up on Sideshow. We might as well get that.
Nice.
Well, I negotiated die down. So
nice.
I could have got this one, but I think the Multiverse of Madness is like her definitive look. I just wish it had the rolling eyes that this one has.
Yes. Man, Aaron, you're on it today, man. That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, because I love that version, but the only thing is that her death stare, that she's kind of looks like this, right?
It still looks so good. But
no, it's good. No. If she had it, I think it'd be like the perfect figure.
I do like
she
this.
does it.
I have not opened my box yet. I need to open it. I'm going to take a look.
This one, I had the original Civil War one, and when they announced the WandaVision one years ago, it feels like forever ago.
It does.
When they announced the WandaVision one. That's really cool.
Base.
Yeah, the base. I heard people that they want to get this one just for the base. But when the WandaVision one came out for pre-order, I was like, well, I'm going to get that one. So I was like, the market's still pretty hot for the Civil War one. So I sold that one for like 400 and change back when it was still pretty hot because people really wanted that version. And then ultimately I ended up not getting the WandaVision one. It got delayed. So like, remember how it got delayed for like forever? So I canceled that.
And then it became bargain bin.
Then I canceled that. And then I ended up getting the one that I have now, which is the Multiverse of Madness, which is the one I like the best as well.
Yeah.
So when this one came out, I was like, I really like the likeness. I think it may be the best likeness, because with this one, she has like the shadow, right, the eye makeup and all that, so it's harder to tell. This one's a cleaner look at Elizabeth Olsen, so I think you can kind of see her a little bit more here. But I was like, I have had that suit and it's not my favorite suit. I like this one better, so that's why I'm sticking with this. So
and she has the crown and everything. The that's the Scarlet
crown.
Witch.
Exactly.
That's the Scarlet Witch.
The crown. But you know I mean, it seems like Wanda's or Scarlet Witch's, almost every figure for that character is super high, even now. And I'm like, I never realized how popular her character was for everything to go so high. So I mean, I'm grateful that I've got the ones I have.
Let me go into the live chat real quick here. Where'd you get that, Mr. Cody dropping by? Hello there, Mr. Cody. Thank you so much for dropping by here tonight. Greatly appreciate it. Brick says can't wait for her. So I know he wants this
She's gorgeous.
Wanda and
Yes.
Black Widow. So then it says if Natalie is Jose's girlfriend, Elizabeth is mine.
Nice.
Hey man, careful! Get my wife's name out of your mouth, man. What's up?
So that means
Just kidding,
Scarlett
bro.
Johansson is mine.
Oh well, I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, Jose. You can't take all the women.
I got, you know, I got
I
two
know
arms,
you're
right?
back.
That's why we got two arms, right? One for one girl, and one for the other girl. You know what I mean?
Any other thoughts on Wanda before we move on to the next one here? Like I said, I'm trying to go this by order of announcement, but the next one is this one. This one I was surprised.
Yeah.
This Captain, this Jack Sparrow. That was kind of surprising to me, and it looks amazing. It truly does. And I didn't try to get him because he's just not like part of my collection. It would be just like by himself. And I really like the movies. I wouldn't say that I absolutely love them. I thought they're great, solid movies, but not enough to necessarily buy a Jack Sparrow. But this is, as far as the look and just the overall presence of this, it looks amazing. So where would you guys put this figure in your ranking? Would it be like one of the more exciting ones, or closer to the more least exciting ones? What would you guys say about that?
Didn't a lot of people want a 2.0? So here it is. But
Yeah.
probably he's like
Isn't
in
it-
the middle.
Isn't it technically, Aaron? Isn't there like technically like a 3.0 because they've done two versions, right, from two different movies?
3.0.
I
I'm
believe
not
so.
really too high on Pirates of the Caribbean, but I know people wanted this, and he looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
I will say it's not from the movie I would want. The first one is my personal favorite. I think the first one works really well. I mean, Johnny Depp was nominated for an Oscar for his performance in the first movie.
Yeah.
So that's my personal favorite. But I wanted a Jack Sparrow. I like Johnny Depp as an actor. As a person, we don't know. That's another drama thing. But as an actor, I think he's solid. And I think this might be, you know, it's hard to say because he's had so many great roles, but it's one of his most defining roles. And I like to, I have a section, like I have like, you know, like my Marvel, my DC, my Star Wars. I have my kind of like my movie and TV section, and like it's kind of like mixed and match, right? That's where I have Marty and I have, you know, all the other characters from other movies from different IPs, and they're kind of all together. You know what I mean? Like that. So like that's where he would belong. But I totally get where Gio says it's like, well, if you don't really collect other things, like where would you put this guy? You know, so that makes sense. But for me, it works.
Adam, any thoughts on this Jack Sparrow? Did you pick him up?
No, but I like the Michael Bolton song that was on Saturday Night Live, his theme song. And if you're not familiar with it, when you're done with the show, check out the Michael Bolton song that he did on SNL. Hilarious. I'm with Jose. I like the first one. I didn't care for the ones after that, and it's not. It just wasn't. You know, like you guys. You know, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and then I got a couple one-offs. This would not be in my one-offs.
Makes sense.
It's an amazing looking figure.
Yes,
definitely.
And also a great option that you have, that kind of the sculpted version as well, that looks, even has some wool hair as well, right? The sculpted version. The only difference is that it seems like the other one has more wool with the dreadlocks and then the bandana, but other than that, it's basically the same, and you have a cheaper option here. So again, it's really strange why the Anakin, we never got that option, because it seems every other version has had that.
Right, except the Batman Imposter, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Imposter, the Imposter.
Yeah, I got the non-rooted version ordered, but yeah, I mean, I'm a Johnny Depp fan. I really enjoy his acting, and I have other Johnny figures that kind of like you, Jose, that once I get my area kind of situated, I was going to have an area for like TV and movie things that didn't fit into superhero genre.
Oh, okay.
And so that will be where I will put this pirate figure, and then I would have some of the other Johnny Depp figures kind of like around him, and some Keanu Reeves and stuff would be around there. I got
the Matrix
figures and stuff. So but yeah, I really do like this. I mean, at first I had no intentions of getting this, and the more I looked at it, I said, wow, this is truly a piece of art. And even though I wish that the sculpted bandana wasn't as shiny, I may actually hit it with some matte finish lacquer or something like that to just kind of take the tone down and hopefully give it a little bit more of a real fabric look. But it looks great, and so I'm kind of excited about this one.
What would you say your favorite Johnny Depp film? If it's not this one right here for Pirates, or the first one.
I think that I would say that my favorite one would be the Sleepy Hollow. With I really enjoyed him as Ichabod Crane.
Mm-hmm.
And I like a lot of his earlier stuff too, but I think that out of his Tim Burton's and Disney type of stuff, I think it would be Sleepy Hollow.
I really like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
So I may say that one, or of course I'm a big horror fan, so maybe Nightmare on Elm Street. But
that was
the first one.
Course.
But what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna go with Ed Wood. Ed Wood.
Oh yeah, Ed Wood.
Tim Burton film.
Yeah.
About the legendary director of Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Mm-hmm.
That's with
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, there you go. Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool figure for sure.
Brick agrees. He's also saying Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, that would be my favorite. That one, Pirates, the first Pirates, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. He's really good in that too.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done some really good movies for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then Kenny Lang also says Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I'd probably leave out the one where he hooked up with the
Secret Window. Oh yeah, that's a trippy movie.
What was that movie? The one that
Amber Heard.
Yeah, with his wife that pooped in his bed. What was that movie they were in together? They were in some movie. I
Together? They were in a movie together.
Benny and June.
Yeah,
that's a good picture, Brick. Absolutely.
Was that the one they were in together?
I'm not familiar with this movie, Benny and June.
Benny and June. No, it is with I want to say, is it Patricia Arquette? Isn't that Aiden Quinn?
Aiden Quinn. Okay.
It was a rom-com in the late '90s, early 2000s.
I even thought he was pretty good as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts movies. Yeah. He was good in that too.
And I have that figure.
You know, the one movie that I did not like, and I think a lot of people like it with Johnny Depp, is I'm not gonna remember the name of the movie now. It's with Benicio del Toro. They go to Vegas or something like that.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but I did not like that film. But I know a lot of people liked it. But
now I also liked him in Don Juan DeMarco.
You know, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen that movie.
One. I haven't seen none of these movies.
Also, though, the one where he plays Whitey Bulger, not The Departed, because that's kind of based on the Boston mob.
Okay.
Shoot, what's the name of it?
You know what?
Boston.
I got.
I have the
Black
picture.
Mass.
There you
Black
go.
Mass.
Yeah, I had his image
film.
in my head. The Johnny Depp's the way that he looks in that movie, but I can't remember the name of the movie.
The Gio, the one that you were saying, is it Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Yeah, there you go. That one.
Yep.
That one. I was not a fan of that movie, but I don't know. But his performance was good. But I just the movie I didn't really like it. But let's look at the live chat
in
here.
terms of Black Mass, he was really good as James Whitey Bulger, who at one time was in the top 10 FBI most wanted list. I lived in Boston at the time when he went on the lam, and he controlled the Irish mob in Boston. People really feared this guy, and his brother was the number 2 most powerful politician in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
And the brother pretended like, I have no idea where my brother is, but they have. He knew. It was a really interesting story.
Yeah, I should watch it then. And then this one right here, Benny and June. Brick Adams says was in '93.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. This one was also surprising to me, and I'm not familiar with the source, right? The Legends, the Dark Side. I'm sorry, the Dark Empire Luke. I did pick this up because it looked great to me, so I picked him up. I don't know where it is
Oh.
in the ranking of this, but it
I
kind
picked it
of
up.
looks
That's
like,
interesting. That's interesting. You said you picked it up, but you're not familiar with the source material. Have you gone back and like
not
looked it
yet,
up? And
not yet, but just because of the look, just because of
Yeah.
a big fan of Darth Vader, obviously, and then Luke, top 10
I-
character,
I
and
picked
it's
this up.
different.
But I'm thinking about canceling it
Oh yeah, really?
and getting the sculpted one because there's a lot of things coming out. And I gotta prioritize figures, and I want this,
That's
but
a really
the,
good.
the,
likeness.
the only thing is, it's the first Artisan Luke Skywalker, so it's the first ever rooted Luke Skywalker. You got to think about that too, though.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that. There's that too.
I'm thinking
And
about
like,
canceling him and Loki.
and then you mentioned this, Jose, about that I'm not familiar with the source material. Normally
Mhm.
that would be an issue for me, but
Mm.
for this was the first one that I broke that, and I'm excited for
Interesting.
this. The Batman Imposter, same thing. I wasn't
Mm.
sure if I was gonna get him for that reason, but we'll get into that one in just a bit. But any thoughts on this this figure, this announcement?
I love the likeness. I mean, that's to me. I think that's one of the best likenesses I've seen of Mark Hamill when he was that age. I mean, this looks really, really good.
The only thing I kept on seeing in terms of the likeness was that he looked like Zack and Cody
Yeah,
from The Sweet Life.
especially right here.
Yeah. As Jughead, if you've
Okay.
ever seen,
Yeah.
now that he's
The
older,
Riverdale?
one of the,
Oh, man.
the Riverdale, if you see him with the dark
Okay.
hair,
Why you
even
have to
you can
ruin
kind
that
of see
for
him
me?
more.
But Jose,
Oh,
now I
sorry,
can't-
man.
Now I can't unsee it.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sorry,
Wow,
man.
you ruined the figure.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this one.
I
Any
think you
thought-
should. You think you should, Gio? We do that stuff all the time. Like sometimes, like we get figures that we don't really love the movie, or we don't really know the source material, but aesthetically, it's such a good looking piece that you're like,
Yeah.
oh man, that would fit so well with my collection. Like for example, I have a Morbius. I didn't love the movie, but I have Morbius because I wanted him to fit with my Spider-Man villain display.
I want
You know what I mean? So, but this one, man, in particular, I think you should definitely explore the Dark Empire. There's good stuff on the web, on like YouTube videos on the comic book. There was a comic book, and then the novel. There's like a lot of explanations of like what he was doing and like this alternative kind of reality that now exists within Legends. It's
Now,
really
why-
interesting stuff,
Why
man.
did they focus in on the cod piece? I mean, is that supposed to be a special feature? Or
I'm not sure, but
I don't know, man.
but highly detailed nylon suit. So that's interesting there. And then the thing is, I may not know the source material. Obviously, I don't know this comic, but I do like the character, right? So at least that part,
Yes.
yeah,
that part did it too, because Batman Imposter, it is still a Joker. If it's just some random character that I just have no idea who it is, but he looks cool, I wouldn't do that. But
Mhm.
this, we have a Luke Skywalker, which is like I said, top 10 characters, I would say, for me. It's just I don't know that iteration of Luke, so that's why I kind of just went for it. But any other thoughts on this before we move on to another one here?
I
In
might
terms
get
of
the
raking, go ahead.
I might get the sculpted version. I really, in fact, I'm looking. I have the issue #1 of Dark Empire comic on my wall here. And I remember this came out in the early '90s. It was kind of a dark time for Star Wars. It was post, the original trilogy and the Ewok movies and the Droids cartoon, and there wasn't a lot going on with Star Wars. It was kind of dead. And so this was, pre special edition and prequels and any of that talk when you didn't know whether we'd see any more Star Wars. So this is around the same time the Thrawn trilogy came out, either around this time or not long after, and that kind of kept Star Wars going for a while. So I really like this comic. I did not get the Artisan, but I'm leaning towards getting this sculpted version. But I might, I got a bunch of pre-orders, so I might wait till this comes out, or roll the dice.
Yeah, like Mike L, or Thrawn's office as we know him on the chat. Like he's getting this one, and then he got the slab. He got the 9.8 graded comic of the cover of this one, so he's gonna put it behind the figure, and I think that things like that is really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see why people are like really intrigued by this one. For me, I was like, well, I have my Mando Luke. It's like kind of very similar, and I had just sold my Return of the Jedi one because I thought it was like a black outfit and another black outfit is just too much, like overkill. Like I'm gonna have another, if I'm gonna double up on Luke, I would want like, you know, Bespin Luke or another type of Luke, you know, New Hope Luke, like a different outfit, so that way it explains it. Because I don't like doubling up on figures. I do exceptions for Star Wars figures, like Leia. I have 2 Leias, and Hans, I'm gonna have 2 Hans, things like that. But very rarely do I double up on the same character. So that was one of the reasons why when I saw this one, I was kind of like, oh, like I like it. I'm familiar with Dark Empire, but I'm like I don't need this one. I can kind of, it was easy for me to kind of put it like, you know, push it aside, and that's why ranking wise it'd probably be lower. Even though I do think it looks good, but I do see Zach and Cody there in the likeness.
Yeah, I do too. So it's like yeah. Let's move on to the next one here. Loki. So I figured that they would make this. I just didn't think they would do an artisan version of this Loki. I've seen the series. The series, the TV series, it's fine. You know, it's not my most favorite of the Disney Plus Marvel series. Loki's cool and everything, but I don't really generally collect that much Marvel characters, so that alone I just wouldn't really.
I just think this moment right here is like his greatest moment. That's
yeah, for sure. Yeah, character wise, yeah, for
me
sure.
From canceling him, but it's like there's so much things coming out, and this one also has a sculpted version that's way cheaper, so I might go that route. It's just Loki. It's not somebody like crazy iconic, but
yeah.
There's a God Loki. And
I've heard a few people talking about canceling this one. I think this one looks good. I didn't follow season 2. I watched season 1 begrudgingly, like a chore, and then I was like, nah. And then season 2 came around, and I was like, nah. I'm not wasting my time on that. I've seen the scene. I've seen his pantuflas or his slippers that he wears. You know, it's kind of like, it's like he's wearing PJs and a robe, and
I just like when he comes with the throne carrying the lines. But I don't think that he's worth almost $500. I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no. And then you have the sculpted option.
Yeah.
Weren't they saying the sculpted looked really good, like maybe better?
Yeah, I like the sculpted version better because, again, something about the way that Hot Toys has been sculpting their hair, and especially with the Loki, they're able to get individual. I mean, his hair looks wet and curly, and they have individual strands. I don't know how they did it, but I actually thought that it looked much better than the rooted version. So that's what I got, and I'm excited for it. I mean, I'm a big Loki fan, and I loved the series. And when they took so long to come out with this figure, I was about to say, oh, they're not going to do it. And then they did it. I was like, yeah, good. I love it. So, yeah, I got the sculpted one. I mean, I got the sculpted version.
Yeah, like you just said, there was a gap between the last season of Loki and this figure coming out. If they would have released this figure probably earlier, like right after the season, there would have been a lot more hype going with it, and a lot of people would have got it. But there was a long gap.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, because I think the series premiered last October, and you know the episodes are they're not that long, so it was over like by sometime in November, and we got this in May, so that was like an early May announcement. And I didn't think that they were going to do it at that point, but I thought that they would. But like I said, I didn't think they would do an artisan. But they did end up doing that. And
with Hot Toys though, their scheduling of how they announce things, it's all out of whack, man. It's just like you would expect them to hit when the iron is hot, and they don't. You know, it's just like 2 years later, 3 years later, the Joker from 2019. Here it is, like.
Yeah, that is kind of odd. It's kind of hard to predict because sometimes they release something even before the movie came out, Wolverine, and sometimes it's like we get this right.
And this Deadpool and Wolverine movie, this is one of the first times in my memory that they've actually put out the figure right around the time that they did the movie. because I remember they were talking. They were doing that movie promotional thing and the black suit for the No Way Home movie.
Yes.
And they kept talking about it, but then they didn't release it until way after the movie was out. And I was like, why don't you have some of these figures ready to go?
Yeah, they should start doing
when
that.
the movie's out. I mean, that
I think the
that
fact
would
that
make
this
more
movie was
sense.
delayed helped it.
Yeah,
I think the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine was delayed probably helped. Yeah, which makes me wonder if we're going to see this with Captain America, the next Captain America movie, because that movie's been delayed.
I'm just
that's right.
If they have stuff already in the can.
It's just what bugs me is that they came out with Lady Deadpool so fast and not Wolverine. Like, that's the two main characters. Oh, let's just release Lady Deadpool. Let's get her out there.
Lady Deadpool, yeah.
Plus,
That's kind of
there's no
odd
head
too.
sculpt there.
And
So they still
that
have to
too.
get the final
No, I guess so.
approval
That's
from
true
Jackman.
too. Let me read this comment here from Mr. Kenny Lang saying, "I'm with Aaron. Loki isn't a top tier character," and then Brick saying, "I worry about that crown on that hair." Let's see. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next one? There's a few more here. The next one is the Joker, the Batman Imposter Joker. This one, like I said, this was kind of like I didn't know what I felt about this when it first announced, because I love Batman, I love the Joker, I love Heath Ledger as the Joker, but this is not part of canon. Well, this is not part of this movie. He never wore this. This never happened in the movie.
Well,
so that's what I was like, I don't know. But the more I looked at it, I was like, I need this.
I
I
think this figure looks amazing. I love collecting unique stuff, and a lot of things that I have are not canon too.
This would be it.
It's just I already have a Joker, Heath Ledger Joker from INART, of course, and I don't know if I'm gonna get another Joker. It's gonna be the Phoenix Joker, and I'll have those two, and that's it. I don't want to have two of the same actor. If it's gonna be of the character, it's gonna be different versions, like Ben Affleck's Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, not two Ben Afflecks or something. Yeah.
But with this one, I don't know. I was like, it just kept calling to me, so
I do break that. What Aaron's saying, I do break that from time to time as well. Like, I don't like to double up, but for Christian Bale, I have the Begin suit, and then I also have the the Dark Knight Rises or whatever. I'm pointing the wrong direction, but you know what I'm looking at. But so it's like sometimes I break that, but I tend to be like Aaron, and I'm like, I only have one version of that particular character, unless I really love the suit or the different outfit for whatever reason. So
this figure looks really good though.
Mr. Yomo dropping by here looks incredible. He says, "Thank you so much, Yomo, for being here."
For me, I cannot tell one Batman the movie suits in particular. I can't tell one Batman suit from another. Just like
really?
the Iron.
Really? Really, classic. They're pretty different.
I mean, when I look at it, I'm just like,
you can't tell Adam West from.
No, I mean, I'm talking about with the armored style. I mean, I have a difficult time, like, especially if it's like the Dark Knight series. I wouldn't be able to tell the Dark Knight from the second movie or the third if they change it up.
Oh, from Rises, it's not as significant, I believe.
To me.
Yeah, there's very minor differences.
Yeah, and so when people say, "Oh, I got to get that one," I'm like, "Well, I thought you already had the other one. I mean, what's the difference?" So I'm kind of like, I don't get the fuss over that, but I think that the thing that I would mainly look at is that I kind of look at if they really did a good job in terms of maybe they changed the body a little bit and adjusted the sculpting so it looked a little bit more realistic. Like some of the older figures are shorter, and then they've kind of made the newer ones maybe a little bit taller or a little bit beefier or something like that. Then that's when I kind of like those upgrades. But Batman, I'm kind of like, if I get one of a particular actor in that particular suit, for me that's enough, because I'm kind of like, that's Batman for that movie series. And I wouldn't be, for example, I think Jose earlier you had talked about Batman and the second one with Penguin and the Catwoman.
Oh yes. Batman Returns.
Is there I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between
100%. There's actually a very, very big difference between the 89 suit and the Batman Returns suit. The Batman 89 suit is kind of like, it looks kind of more like a real body, the way that it's formed, right? The sculpture of the suit. And then Batman Returns, it's switched and it looked more like armor. If you look at a side by side, I can show it to you. But if you look at the side by side, you'll be like, oh yeah, it's completely different.
Too.
Oh yeah, the symbol too.
Yeah, you can kind of tell if you look at the suit in more detail, you can see the differences. Any other thoughts on this Batman Imposter Joker before I move on to?
No, like I said, I saw that someone got that idea. I saw the picture. Someone bought this one, put it on the INART body, and I was like, oh man, maybe I could have done that. Gave me ideas, expensive ideas, but
was I the only one who picked this guy up?
I think so.
I wanted it. I can't. And that was a figure. Somebody walks into your room. Oh shit, that's unique.
Yeah, they'll be like, what is that?
Yeah,
exactly.
You're not gonna find that in many people's collection.
Now, Mr. Kenny Lang is saying this whole concept doesn't make sense to me.
Or if you have that exclusive Warner Brothers one, the blue Bale Batman,
no, that
make them fight each other.
That one's terrible.
That one I did not like. That one I didn't even know. I was not trying to get that one, but
it just makes no sense. That Batman, it's just like, when would he wear that kind of blue?
If they would have did that with Ben Affleck's Batman, maybe it would have looked a little better, but not with Christian Bale's.
I think that's
even with
Keaton's
Keaton.
favorite Batman.
Yeah, he has mentioned that.
Yeah.
all right, let's move on to the next one real quick here. Black Widow, Artisan figure finally, right? To a lot of you guys.
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw it to you, Mr. Jose Plus. So where's this one gonna land in the ranking of these Artisan announcements?
It's pretty high for me, man. I love Scarlett Johansson. I mean, Scarlett Johansson, like I was mentioning, one arm here for Natalie, one for Scarlett Johansson. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. So ranked pretty high, man. I was really excited. It's funny because on one of the Bugle 6 episodes with Brick, he had me do one of those predictions, like, oh, what are they going to announce in the next year or so? And I was like, I'm pretty sure they're going to do an Artisan Black Widow. And I'm like, I want it to be from Iron Man 2, but they might do Avengers. So we kind of went, that was my prediction, and here it is, man. And he was like, oh man, you called it. And I was like, it made so much sense for them to revisit this particular figure, especially because the original one was so dated. So man, when I saw this, I was like, ooh, I gotta have it, man. I was in the queue. I had so many people trying to help me get it.
I was 18 when I got in.
What
you
the
got
hell?
18? Wow.
I've never gotten that.
I
that
got in
close.
fast, and this figure is right under Anakin. I don't have a Black Widow yet, and I'm trying to have the original 6. And I was thinking about getting the Endgame one because she's super cheap. But then they came out with this. I'm like, yes, this is my Black Widow right here. I'm gonna get it. It's the best.
Did you get the one with the Iron Man gauntlet, Jose?
Yes.
I got that one too because it was the only one that was up at that time. There was a period where it was only one, and then both of them were up later on.
It doesn't really make sense because she doesn't wear that with this outfit. That's at the party when she's, Iron Man's kind of holding her hand and, showing her how it works. But man, look at that likeness, man. The proportions, the hair, man.
Again, this is another one where if they mess up even a little bit, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh,
better look just like this.
Nah, man, don't put that juju out there, man. Don't jinx it, man. Get that out of here, Aaron. Man.
I do think she looks amazing though. She definitely
this
looks
is
amazing.
great. I wish they would figure out a way though to adjust the body so that she can do the widow foot pose where she drops to the ground and does that thing.
The landing.
Yeah. I wish they could find some way to make it so that figure could achieve that pose, because that would have been the ultimate. I would have gotten it then. But I love this. I got in the queue and I had it in the cart because I wanted to see how much it cost. And then when I saw the price, I said, well, do I really need this? And I said,
Yes.
no, I don't think I need it. So
Classy.
yeah, so I
What'd you
backed
do
off.
to me, man? Classy. What's going
I
on?
was
I'm
so
sorry.
happy
It was
when
just a
they
little
announced
more
this.
than I wanted to spend. But
It's expensive.
But,
I know,
fantastic.
yeah.
But Jose,
was
you,
fantastic.
you're not Jose. You're not gonna have an arm for Melissa Barrera, no.
Wait.
Oh
Jose,
man, that's
Jose,
true.
didn't
Melissa
you
Barrera.
call this on Brick's show?
Yeah,
They were-
yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yeah,
Yeah.
I called it. Yeah. Melissa Barrera. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna need another arm. Oh, man.
I think I might have said something on Rick's show, but I said something that's probably not going to happen. A Queen Amidala artisan figure. So that's what
I mean, it could happen.
I hope
mean,
so.
Yeah, it could happen.
I don't know
it's
why
gonna
they're not
happen.
coming out with Obi-Wan from that movie. They're just skipping past him.
Yeah, but we make it a Jar Jar, so you can look forward to that. Right?
I'm not getting that shit.
But, you know,
I know.
in
You don't want a
looking at
Jar Jar,
this-
man? Come on.
Nah.
In
I
looking
want
at
that
this
Jar Jar.
figure,
I do want.
I
I'd
think
get Jar Jar.
in looking at this figure, I would probably say that the thing that I like more than that rooted hair, even though it's really cool that she gets those ringlets like in the movie, is the face and the painting they did. This is the best I have ever seen them do Black Widow.
Yeah,
That is the
100%.
best likeness that I have
100%.
ever seen.
Better than her her solo movie one, better than the Endgame one.
Everything.
Actually, I never felt like I needed to upgrade because, like I said, I only buy one version of each character. I tend to for the Marvel characters that I have.
Yeah.
And I have the Civil War Black Widow, which I've always liked. I thought the likeness was really, really strong on that one. I still, to this day, think it looks really good. But now I saw this one and I was like, you know, I want
just
this
think
one.
her
So.
price is a little too steep, but
How much was it again? I forgot how much it was. Was it over 500 or less than
Or
500?
it
It
was
was
I think it was 460, not including tax and ship. I believe.
Oh, okay. So it'll get to the 500 mark. All right. Adam, did you get a chance to speak about this one yet? We did, right?
Beautiful figure. I mean, I got the Endgame one there. I'm happy with that. You can see right
Oh,
there.
okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
that one looks
All right. So I got two more, and then we'll get into the fantasy figure zone. So this Iron Spider artisan figure Spider-Man. This one was I wasn't sure that they would actually make this one either. So a lot of these were just like surprising to me,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But did anyone try to get him up, pick him up?
No,
No.
That
Pass.
I got the sculpted. I'm good with that.
This is another one. I only have one Tom Holland, and I will continue to have one Tom Holland. Is No Way Home, the integrated suit. The red and blue suit really tested me because of the head sculpt, and this one's testing me too. But I gotta hold back.
Yeah, I got the red and blue suit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a
that'll,
really
Red and
good
blue.
figure.
that'll probably be the only one that I'll get. I say that now, but that's so for now.
Until he shows up in the symbiote suit.
Oh, that's right. Maybe we'll see
Oh man, you know what, Aaron? I was about to say, I probably won't like the Tom Holland's never been my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm good with the red and blue. I probably would never buy another Tom Holland figure. But then you said the symbiote, and I was like, oh fuck. If they give him the symbiote and it looks good, then I might buy that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
one.
I
But
don't really need the arms though. I never really
Yeah.
cared for this suit because Spider-Man doesn't need all those gadgets. He's Spider-Man.
Oh, it's like the Iron Man suit.
He doesn't
kinda,
need. I mean,
Yeah.
that's Doc Ock arms. So why does he need
Yeah.
arms, extra arms?
right? Even
Well,
jokes
that's like
about
a
it in,
callback to the comic, right? To the Iron Spider from the comic book, right? The red and gold suit that he wore during Civil War.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I don't know. I'm just like, Spider-Man doesn't need that stuff. He doesn't need.
No,
any
he
of
does
that.
not. No, and actually, I originally had the Homecoming red and blue suit, but that one always kind of rubbed me the wrong way because he had all the gadgets and the
Yeah.
whole Iron Man Junior thing and
Oh.
yada yada. So that's why like that always bugged me. So when this new version came, he's not on his own. There's no gadgets. He made
Right.
it himself. Then at that point I was like, okay, he's his own person. Yeah, he can. The legacy of Iron Man is there as his mentor, but he's still his own man. He made his own suit, and that's Spider-Man. So that's when that's worked for me. Like this one for me, it was easy to pass on because I was like, it's never been my favorite suit. It's cool. I think I have like a Funko Pop of it. I have a few Funko Pops. I think of because I thought the Funko looked pretty cool, but other than that, like no.
This one, Kenny Lang saying the magnetic spider arms damage sculpt rooted hair.
That's what's interesting. That a lot of people are like buying it just for the sculpt because they're like, oh, I want to get the sculpt and put it on one of my older Spider-Man.
I hate
figures.
when they come out with like the definitive sculpt, like the red and blue suit. We all thought that was the best head sculpt, and then they come out with this. And it's like really, they did that with Darth Vader too.
And it's like basically the same one, but it's the rooted and then it's battle damaged, right?
Yeah.
So.
Kenny Lang saying, I can't wait to get this in hand, and then I hope my brother get this.
Well, you know,
I love this figure. So.
On the left side, it looks like he was walking down the hallway and someone punched him in the nose, and now he has a nosebleed. I mean, that's the only thing.
He's crying. Look like he's about to cry, man.
I mean, if they're going to do battle damage, I mean, give him more than a nosebleed and a little bit of a bruise.
Yeah. They should have gave him like an angry expression. That would have been cool. You know what I mean?
Something different, right? Something different than the other expressions, the other head sculpts that we've seen already.
And for the integrated suit, you remember like he was all like bloody at the end, like wet and all that stuff. There's a custom head sculpt for that, and it looks very good.
I've seen that. Yeah. It's really good.
I don't think I've seen it, but sounds cool. The last one, guys. This is the 10th one. Like I said, hopefully I didn't miss one, but this is the 10th Artisan, and watch tomorrow we'll get another one. Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Yes. Okay, so this was my mindset, guys. This was my mindset when this was announced. I was like, I'm not getting that Batman Imposter Joker because of this, and I got both. But Joaquin Phoenix, this one I didn't think they're gonna make this because of what we've heard. INART, right? The whole INART thing that it's like minimum $1,000. All the other
I was so happy when they came out with this. I was yes.
And then the diorama base, the diorama base of this.
Yes, it comes with it. It comes with it.
Yeah.
All they had.
Yeah,
all they had to do was just throw in a regular circle or rectangular base with it. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but then they threw in the whole diorama. Even with the sculpted one, you get everything, and I'm so happy.
That's right. Yeah, another one that did the sculpted hair version.
That's really cool.
And then I know me and Jose were talking about this, that we're trying to get this, and we have issues probably getting him. And he wasn't hard to get. In fact, he didn't even sell out right away. It was still on there for a few hours after.
Yeah.
People's wallets are hurting.
Yeah, because all the other craziness that's been. Yeah, so we have this water implantation. Because I wasn't gonna spend that INART money, even though I would have liked all the other stuff, like the diorama bases and stuff that INART has. But I'm perfectly good with this. So
I still got a lot of figures to pre-order, man. So
I was in the queue for this. I had the Artisan in my cart, and I was about to pull the trigger to buy it, and then I didn't. And I'll tell you why. Because I thought about it for a second. I had like a moment of clarity. I saw this movie. I liked the movie. I mean, his performance was outstanding.
Yeah.
My second favorite Joker, I think Heath Ledger in Dark Knight is still my favorite. But I didn't like this movie. I thought it was very well made. An excellent film. It was just depressing. When I say I didn't like it, meaning I didn't enjoy it. And as opposed to, say, like Endgame, we were in New Hampshire this past weekend, visiting family for my nephew's wedding, and I don't know, we were just flipping the station in the hotel, and Endgame came on. And I've seen this movie like a gazillion times. I have it, I have it on, Disney Plus. I besides Disney Plus, I downloaded it on iTunes. I can watch it anytime I want on my phone, on my iPad, whatever. But I'm watching on commercial TV with the commercials, and I still sat there and watched it for like the last hour of the film.
This movie,
and this is one of these films like The Dark Knight, Infinity War, the original Star Wars films, even like Revenge of the Sith. I can just sit and watch those movies, and I love them. They just bring me such joy. I don't see ever wanting to revisit this movie. Now, having said that, I am going to go see, or at least when it comes out on streaming, the Joker Part 2, because that does look outstanding. But I don't know. I guess I thought if I'm going to get a figure, I want something that I enjoy. And like, as much as I love Batman, it doesn't fit in with the rest of my Batman stuff. So that's why I ended up passing on it. And because like I said earlier, we still got what 4-5 months left. I don't know what's coming next. I'm not. If they come out with that Artisan Queen Amidala or Artisan Best in Hand, I am not missing those figures. I'm getting
right.
And then the price difference between the Artisan and Sculpted is the Sculpted is $350 and then the Artisan is $522. It's a very it's a big gap.
Yeah.
Just for the hair.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. I thought, you know what? At the end of the day, in a month or two, if I revisit it and I decide, I'll just get the Sculpted one.
Yep.
But
you have that option with this, and that's what's cool is that you have that option.
Another one with the option,
The only figures that I can justify like paying the extra price for rooted hair is characters with long hair, like Scarlet Witch or like Thor, somebody like that. He doesn't have that much hair.
Now,
For me,
I didn't
go
get this.
ahead,
I'm sorry. I didn't order this myself, and I'm kind of with with what Adam was saying is that I didn't. I'm not going to say using the words I didn't enjoy it is not really correct. It was just like you said, it was depressing. Yeah. So I didn't enjoy my movie experience while acknowledging the fact that the movie was amazing. I didn't enjoy myself there. However, I also am thinking, they're coming out with a new one, and that's going to have Lady Gaga in it, which I imagine that they'll make a Harley figure for her. And I saw that picture of Joaquin, and he was wearing a tuxedo, which is kind of the Joker, one of the Joker looks.
The white suit.
And yes, I said if they do Joker, if they do Joaquin in that suit with Lady Gaga, then that would be when I would want to purchase those two figures. Because even though they don't fit in with any of my Batmans, they fit together. Yeah. And so I'm waiting to see what this new movie comes up with, because if they do, I may wind up with it. But I'm not really in for that red suit. The red suit really doesn't remind me of Joker.
Two things. I got a little inside information from the INART event. Classy, you'll be happy to hear that they told me that Gaga is definitely happening. So they definitely are going to do Lady Gaga Harley Quinn. Okay. That's one of their top priorities from what they told me. And I was talking to the main dudes, and they're like, yeah, we're definitely doing her. Because I was saying Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, Lady Gaga, which one? Any of them, which one? And they were just kind of like, Gaga for sure. Like they knew who Lady Gaga was, like. And then I was like, Margot Robbie's like, Margot Robbie's Suicide Squad, the first one. Yeah. And I was like, what about the second one? They're like, the second one. One of them told me that he didn't even like the second one. So I'm like, oh, there goes our chances of getting her in the red and black suit, or the red dress. So I don't see that happening from INART unless those other guys convince him that, But it was one of the main guys, and he was saying that he didn't like that. So inside scoop there. For me in particular, this suit works because this particular scene when he's in the Murray Franklin studio, and and it's just like this moment captures that scene so well. Him sitting down, like that's exactly how I would have him in my collection for that one particular moment. And I might, if I like Joker, part 2 and Lady Gaga, and he comes with the tuxedo and all that, I might explore another Joker. Like I said, sometimes if the outfits are different, I might double up. Just depends.
Yeah, my brother put here, I almost got this because it was available for so long. Yeah, it was available for quite a few hours. At least the Artisan. I'm sure the Sculpted Hair, I'm sure that one's still available. This sequel, this Joker, what's the name of the second one?
Fall Deluxe or something
like that. Yeah,
I don't know, something like that.
This new Joker movie is my top 3 anticipated movies of the year. And the two that are in my top 3 have not disappointed so far because they've been released already. But
Let's see.
the bar's kind of high for this one. For Joker,
that movie is either gonna be like an Oscar-winning movie or it's gonna be ass. No in between.
So I'm excited for this, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But any other thoughts before we enter the fantasy figure zone? Okay.
Oh, speaking of the INART event, those Walking Dead figures though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I might get my rig after all,
really
Gio. Fantasy figure.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, although it was from that other show, though, right?
Yeah.
The
The Ones Who Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
actually, when I was at the event, I got there early, so they were setting up, and they were like, "Oh, can you help?" So I was kind of helping them set up the cases where they had the figures. So I was actually able to like grab the figures. The Aragorn, I grabbed them, and I was setting them up on the base, and I was having the trouble with it. And anyways, but it was cool.
Yeah, you were having trouble with it. That gave you an excuse to play with it for a little while. I said, "Oh, let me pose it this way."
It's kind of funny that
I was having trouble setting it up. So.
Classy between you and me, I was trying to set him up on the base, and he did that thing where he falls, and then and I went like this, and I was like, "Did anybody see that?"
No, but I was gonna say that it's funny that they put you to work. So you're over there.
Yeah.
I'm all in on that Walking Dead line.
Yeah, we talked
Especially
about
Daryl. That Daryl looked really good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was my favorite. They need to dirty him up just a little bit, but
yeah.
That's what I've been hearing a lot too. That it needs to be like more weathered and stuff like that. But
and the Rick, the weird thing about the Rick is that it looked like his head was a little bit too far down on his neck. It probably just needs to come up just a little bit. But the sculpting, the facial sculpting looked really amazing on all 3 of them. Yeah, Negan, the bat needs to be a little bloodier. But yeah, Negan, they all looked really amazing, but Daryl was my favorite.
Everybody's gonna be throwing up their 3-0 figures.
Oh, that's right. They have the license.
Not Adam. Not Adam. Adam's gonna be trying to pick them all up because people are trying to get rid of them, so he's gonna be trying to pick them up.
I just got this guy. He just came out. This is a really good figure. This is actually a good sculpt. Some of those 3-0s aren't that good.
Well, that is.
Oh, that one's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the one thing I did not like about that INART, I didn't care for the bangs. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just
okay.
Bangs. I didn't like
that.
They need to flip
it back. Yeah.
The Daryl looked awesome, and I like the Negan. I showed it. My daughter and I are big Walking Dead fans, so I don't know about the Rick, but the Daryl and Negan, I think I'm gonna pick up.
You know, I'm surprised that one of their first figures wasn't Glenn, though. I mean, Glenn was literally next to Rick. Was the first character next to Rick, and they need to show him some love because he.
I would have liked him Michonne as well.
Yes. I love me some Michonne.
Really would like a Michonne.
I just love Rick in that CRM outfit. That was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope we do that.
You know, and
I'll
of
tell
course,
you, I think the three spin-off shows have been good. You know, the last 2 seasons of Walking Dead, you know, it kind of lingered too long. Yeah. They stayed at the party too long. But I thought Daryl's show was my favorite. I think, and then I thought the Rick and Michonne was great, and Dead City was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Glenn comes with Lucy.
That's the bat, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, because he killed Glenn with the bat.
Yeah.
Damn. I just realized that right now.
Huh? Yeah, they definitely need to give us some Merle too. Merle, I loved Merle. He was such a redneck.
Okay.
How about King Ezekiel and the Tiger?
Well, that would be fire too.
And
what's
the
Tiger's
governor.
name?
Yeah, I actually have all of the 3-0 figures. I've got Maggie. I've got Maggie, the governor. I've got Rick, Michonne. I even have a dead Shane. I wish they'd given us a live Shane, but I have the zombie Shane, and I have Michonne and her 2 pets, and you know, so I kind of went in on that. But And I think they did a pretty good job with it. 3-0 did a pretty good job with it.
So you almost said he would get he would get the Glenn.
Yeah.
If they do him, but...
Yeah.
All right, so let's enter the fantasy figure zone, guys. So you guys know how this works. Even Jose has done. Actually, no, that was the other one. Fantasy figure zone is a figure that you would like for either Hot Toys, INART, or Jazzing to manufacture. It could be one that has never been manufactured, or it could be a 2.0, 3.0, etc. So you guys gave me your picks, your choices, and I'm gonna go over them right now. And the first one, since he has not been on this show before, we're gonna go into
You're gonna make
Mr.
me
Jose Plus. So take it away.
Yes, so this is from the pilot episode, Millie Alcock's version of young Rhaenyra Targaryen. This is the outfit in particular that I would want INART to make. This is the one where Viserys has made her his successor, and all the lords from all the houses come and, basically show their allegiance and approval of his successor, right? So... I think this outfit's really cool. She has like a necklace that has like all the houses on it, I believe, and then she has like a cape and all that. So a lot of people really liked Millie Alcock's interpretation. Even James Gunn, that's why he ended up casting her.
Well, I was just about to say,
Supergirl.
I got some good news for you. You're gonna get a Supergirl figure of her.
Yeah, we'll get a Supergirl for sure. I know we will. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to House of the Dragon, I think that it's a line that we always talk about, they should hit when the iron's hot, right? And I think that because, with the finale and all the, all the hype around it, I feel like they should be working on these figures. But at the INART event, when I spoke with them, they said that their priority was the pre-established Game of Thrones series. They wanted to do Daenerys first, then Jon Snow, and then see the reception to those, and then possibly explore House of the Dragon. So, I mean, I was showing them this picture. They're aware. I was like, this one. They were like, okay, man. Okay, chill, man. They were like, okay, man. I kind of heard them talking Chinese. I was like, I don't know if they're calling security, but, I was like, I was like, showing them the picture. I was actually showing them the Harley, and then I started talking to them about this.
Oh, wow.
So Jose, did they mention anything about making any Starks other than Jon Snow?
They did not. No, they said they want to do those two first and see the reception, and then might explore more Game of Thrones characters as well as House of the Dragon. But they want to see how well they do. Oh, what I did hear also is that a lot of people were upset with the Daenerys, especially because she came with the winter outfit that was in the later season. I believe season 8, the first episode of season 8. She wears like this white outfit. Based on what they told me is that they're actually exploring making her with a different outfit from an earlier season if they can get the body right, because in the earlier season she showed a little bit more skin because she was wearing those dresses with kind of her upper body more exposed. So they're saying they're kind of working with the silicone body, especially that now that they've explored it with the Hermione figure, and now what they're doing is that they're trying to see if they can make that work for the upper body for Daenerys, and then make her in an earlier season. They mentioned a white outfit from the earlier seasons, I believe. So that's kind of what they're
season
exploring.
5. I think it is.
I think it might be season 5. Yeah.
I have the 3-0. I'm looking at. She's in the white dress. Yeah.
So they might explore that one. So that's what they were mentioning.
The blue dress.
Yeah. I know which blue one you're talking about. Yeah. From season 3. So that's what they had mentioned. We'll see. So that seems to be the update. But again, going back to Rhaenyra, I feel like this would be really, really great. I personally would want this one, but we'll see if it's, maybe 3-0 might tackle it, because 3-0 has been doing the Game of Thrones figures, but they've been very quiet since. I would want INART to tackle it.
They got to do a 6-scale dragon, right?
Yes. Right? Oh man, there's 3-0 made one. It was like a statue. I've seen it. They made one. It was it was for like $1,000.
But did it have
really expensive
hair? That's the question.
No.
It didn't have.
But it was for the 3-0 figures that you could put your figure on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Any other thoughts on Jose's pick, guys?
That's good.
Oh yeah, I would totally totally get this. I have some of the 3-0 Game of Thrones figures, and some of them are good. I mean, the ones I got, I think, are pretty good. You know, do you guys think that Hot Toys will come in here and scoop INART like they've done with the Joker? Because they have, this is produced by Warner, and they have a good relationship with you know, with them. I wouldn't be surprised if they come in. I don't know.
I would be surprised because they had the opportunity to tackle Game of Thrones when it was happening, and they never did. So for them to do it now, I mean, it's possible, but I feel like they would announce that license. They'd be like, "Oh, now officially have the Game of Thrones license and House of the Dragon license," and then at that point we'd start seeing their figures. But I don't know.
Does INART have the global license, or just can they sell it in the United States?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't remember if they said that. I think it might just be China, but I'm not sure.
There's only been 2 so far, right? Only 2.
Worldwide,
Paul and what was the most recent one?
Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson. There you go, Michael Jackson. That's what the other.
Which looks great. I saw that in person. It looks really good. I didn't get to play with that one. I wasn't messing with that one, but
it does look great though. I think it does.
Yeah. They had already kicked me out. They were like, "Hey, get out of there."
You already done. You already helped them and set up. So.
You asked too many questions. Get away from here.
Yeah.
Right.
No, at one point I did feel that way. Yeah, I was like, man, I'm bugging them way too much, man. I'm asking way too many questions. But I'm like, when do you get the opportunity to talk to them?
Right.
You know?
Right. So yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, I think this is the #1 figure they should make for this series. And #2.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Aemon Targaryen.
Oh yeah.
The eye patch.
Yeah, Aemon, or Aemon, and then obviously
Daemon.
Daemon Targaryen. Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many they could there's so many that they could do. But this one I feel like should be the opener for House of the Dragon. I feel like it was the first episode, a well-liked actress, you know, a good outfit, a memorable scene. I think that this would be great, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I want to see her as Supergirl. How she's gonna
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Mr. Classy Thomas, Miss Pam Grier, right?
Yeah.
Pam Grier.
Why'd you cover up the best part with my little caption there?
Whoa, classy. Keep it PG, man.
Yeah, it's families who watch this show. That's so.
This is Pam Grier from the movie Coffee. Back in the 70s, you know, now of course that was before some of your time, but the you know, they had a lot of movies that they were making that were blaxploitation movies, but it was also there were also movies that were kind of celebrating blackness, and Pam Grier was the queen of these movies. She played Foxy Brown, Coffee. She was just a bad mamma jamma. Nobody could mess with her. For example, in Coffee, she had a scene where there was some women over there that was messing with her. So before she took razor blades and put them in her hair, because you know she knew that if somebody was going to try and try and come up to her, they were going to grab her by her hair. So she just put razor blades in her hair. And when the girl came up there and tried to grab at her hair, she got a handful of razor blades.
Wow.
So Coffee didn't play. And I remember this movie. I had never seen Coffee before. As a matter of fact, I had during that time I had never seen Pam Grier in one of her movies. And you know, I was having a birthday party, and some friends said, "Well, listen, let's go back to our place and we'll watch some movies." So we got Uptown Saturday Night and Coffee. And he said, "Let's play Coffee first." And I said, "Okay." And this scene came up where she was in this low-cut red dress with those giant seashells around her neck. And as you can tell, she has a very ample bosom. All right, well, I remember I said, "Oh my God, would you look at the size of those?" And my buddy said, "Oh, Tom's about to lose his mind." I said, "Would you look at the size of those seashells? I've never seen seashells that big on a necklace." And my boy started cracking up. He said, "Man, I thought you had lost your mind." I said, "We got a room full of women over here, and I thought you was about to talk about her breast. You were talking about the seashells."
Okay.
I was like, "Well, look, I'm sorry. I mean, everybody can see the breast, but little seashells. Who wears? I mean, it's like you went out to the beach and just picked up a couple conch shells and hung around your neck. But yeah, Coffee. She was this Pam Grier. Was just an amazing actress. Well, she's still an amazing actress. I guess more recently, some of you might know her from Quentin Tarantino when she played
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown, exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome
she was
movie.
also in. Say what?
Awesome movie.
Yeah, she was also
Awesome
in
movie.
Escape from L.A. So you know.
Oh, she was in
she's
that. Okay.
Yeah, she played the Bliskin's ex-partner who basically transitioned into a woman, and so she was the big boss lady now of that area of there, and she was trying to get out of LA. But yeah, but Pam Grier, you know, she I mean as you can see, I mean she's number one, she's a beautiful woman, and she also she's a tough woman. So that's what whenever I'm picking out fantasy figures, whenever I come on, I always try to pick out maybe a woman that maybe y'all haven't heard of very much, but these are beautiful women from a time that maybe y'all haven't heard, but she also exuded strength, and so that's why I chose Pam Grier.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Mr. Clyde Thomas. Because I mean, of course, I knew Pam Grier because I've seen Jackie Brown and stuff.
Jackie
like
Brown.
that. But this movie here, yeah, I've never seen it. I didn't know about this character, Coffee.
And what's really funny though is that the little SpongeBob that you have
yeah,
plastered across her chest.
That wasn't on purpose.
He looks like he's lost his mind. He's like, "Will you look at what they hide me, man? Will you look?"
We have Aunt Jemima in the live chat. Thank you so much for being here, Aunt Jemima. It says "Woman in Cages." That's what I know her from.
Okay.
She says so. There you go.
What's interesting, Gio, is that for her, we had you know how on the Hope Show we have like where they have to like battle against me or whatever with the movie trivia questions. I don't know if you've seen the episodes, but at one point it was a tiebreaker, and it was me and I think Mike. And to beat him, I had to guess Pam Grier's age today. Like, and whoever was closest won the match. And I almost lost because he was close. I think he said, Mike might have said like 72, and I said 74. She's 75 years old today.
Oh, okay.
So I was close, Matt, but I would have lost if it would have been for her. But yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, guys, on Mr. Classy Thomas's pick here? Okay, so we're gonna move on to, and thank you so much for the Mr. Classy Thomas. Always have some interesting picks that I'm usually not familiar with, so thank you for that. Mr. Adam 12.
Yeah. So this is Richard Dreyfuss as the character Roy Neary from one of my favorite Steven Spielberg films, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And a figure of him, and I think really it should be this is the INART 2-pack of him in the astronaut outfit, and it's got to come with an alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that dun 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 dun, you know, like the hand signals with Roy Neary. This is such an awesome movie. It's one of the first Hollywood films about an alien encounter where the aliens weren't evil. They weren't about to start an interstellar war. They weren't trying to take over our planet. They were just friendly visitors. I remember first seeing the ads for this movie when I was a kid, and actually they kind of scared me. I used to hide behind the couch at my parents' house when they came on, because they'd show a little boy who at the time was around my age. He'd open the door and he'd see the blinding light of the UFO.
Oh, I know the shot you're talking about.
Yeah, it was very intense. And I saw it. I finally saw the movie when I was in high school, and just fell in love with this movie. I've seen this is again one of these movies I've seen many times. Steven Spielberg, in my opinion, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I rank this movie in his like 34, 35 films. This is, for me, in his top, definitely in his top 5 films, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know, so this will probably never happen. But
Right.
you know, there's not much action you can do with this figure, and you know, I'm not sure if you're gonna make a Richard Dreyfuss figure, they'll probably make it a Jaws.
Yeah, yeah.
And rightfully so. I think you make a 3-pack of that. It makes more sense. But it's a film. It's an awesome film. If you haven't seen it, you know, I think it's a little bit dated, but it captures a moment in time in the late 70s, early 80s. But it's still a very good film. It's worth seeing if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, I need to rewatch this movie. I've seen it, but I need to rewatch it for sure.
Did this come out before or after E.T.?
Before
this came out.
Okay.
So Jaws was the first summer blockbuster that came out summer of 1975. Close Encounters came out summer of excuse me, I believe this came out Christmas of 1977. It came out the same year, I believe, as Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Oscar nominated.
Yeah. It was up for actually, I think it was supposed to come out on a re-release in the theater this year. I think I might have missed it actually already, but I saw some ads earlier, like a couple months ago, and they were advertising it that it's gonna come back to theaters or whatever. But yeah, I definitely need to rewatch this because, like I said, when I'm doing that Spielberg ranking video of stream in the next 30 days or so, 45 days, so I need to rewatch this.
And if you look at Spielberg's biography, he's a child of divorce, and if you've seen The Fabelmans, so that's basically more or less an autobiographical movie, some embellishment, but it's his story. And it's interesting that movie, without giving too much away. Richard Dreyfuss, his marriage is falling apart with Terry Garr, and his experience seeing a UFO propels his character arc forward. And it'd be interesting, Spielberg has said if he made this movie now, he wouldn't do certain things that he did then because he wasn't married, he didn't have kids. So just interesting to look at this in retrospect.
Yeah. Let me look at the live chat real quick here. We have Stella Maris, the Holy See. I don't think I've seen you in the live chat before, so thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for dropping by. And Jemima was saying, Jim Carrey as the Grinch is my fantasy figure. I would like a Jim Carrey Grinch figure, actually. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is one of my favorite actors, so I love Liar Liar. Liar would be one of the figures that, even though he'd just be him in a suit, but I'd still buy it if it was Liar Liar.
I don't know why. I'd like to see him as Fireman Bill.
Oh yeah. Did you know that he cameos as Fireman Bill in Liar Liar?
No,
in the
really?
same scene. Yeah, in the same scene where he's talking to his son at the end. You can go in the back. He's there as himself from Living Color. You have to look at it, man. Look it up.
Okay.
You'll see it.
I never noticed that, actually. That's funny. Because I rewatched the movie a lot, Liar Liar.
Yeah, man, it's a great movie.
It's like a short, fun, just rewatchable for sure. But yes, I want a Grinch 1/6 figure, and I'll take this Jim Carrey one for sure.
And I have two Jim Carrey figures already. I have the Riddler from Mars Toys, and then I have the mask from the Present Toys.
Oh yeah, I only have the Riddler, but I would like the mask one too, actually.
Yeah, my Riddler.
The Present Toys one is really good. There was another one, M Toys, was not as good. Present Toys one is really good.
Well, I'm
really
also
like
looking forward to the Mars Toys version of the 66 Batman's Riddler. So
yeah,
that one's coming out too. But I can't wait. I got my notice from them about my Riddler coming on his way. So I've
it's already coming
for that. Yeah.
Which one is that? Frank Gorshin or John Ashton?
It's the Frank Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And Jemima also says, followed by Dan Aykroyd in as Belder in Coneheads. I don't think I've seen the movie. I know they would play it a lot on like network TV, but I don't think I've actually finished watching that movie, Coneheads. But any other thoughts on Adam's pick before we move on to Aaron's pick, which is we'll have a spoiler alert.
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna like my choice.
Okay, so for the ones who are watching, spoiler alerts for Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you haven't seen it, spoiler alerts right now. So Aaron is Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Yeah. Gambit and Wolverine, my two favorite X-Men, and coming straight out from X-Men 97 with Gambit.
I thought you were gonna say coming straight out of my daddy's dick.
No.
I thought that's what you were gonna say, man. I was like, whoa. Sorry. I know it's a PG show. Sorry about that.
Right after all the
Well,
Sorry
it's
about
almost
that.
midnight, so you know.
That's a good one. Yeah, man, they're probably gonna make this. They have to, right? No, all of them.
I would get this.
Yeah, they gotta make
And
23.
do you guys know? Do you guys know like the history of Channing Tatum and Gambit?
Yeah,
Man, that's crazy, man. Hell of a ride for him. You know what? I was one of the people that was really apprehensive because I just felt like Gambit should be really like thin and lanky. You know what I mean? Like and tall. And Channing Tatum has more of a muscular build. So I just felt like he wasn't the right fit, even when he was trying to get that movie made. But like I feel like I got more sympathetic when I read this interview he did, where he basically talked about how like it was so sour for him, like he couldn't even watch Marvel movies anymore because it was like a heartbreak, right? You know, they like as a writer, I feel like this is something I can relate to, but like projects are in development hell all the time, right? And sometimes you work on it for years, and it never gets made. And the way they talk about it, it's like if you lose a child when it never gets made or it's about to get made, and like that's how profound it feels. And he was talking about it in that way, that basically he had to let it go, you know, like it was never gonna happen for him. So the fact that he got this opportunity, and then I feel like he killed it, you know what I mean? Like the Cajun accent and all, you know, the Minions jokes and all that.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
like, who's your acting coach? It's fucking Minions.
well, once he started he had great lines too, because we was like, oh, they made him into a joke. I'm like, he's like, he has some great lines too. Like there's a line where he's like, you better tell me the truth, I'm gonna start dealing. You know what I mean? And I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? He's like, he's gonna start throwing cards. You know what I mean? It's like, and when he's like those action sequences, man, it's just like, whoa. I mean, we didn't see Taylor Kitsch doing that in X-Men Origins, man.
Yeah, going forward in the main X-Men. See,
And you know, I wasn't. I'm torn. When I see Channing Tatum, to me he is not Deadpool, but I am glad that he got a chance to show his Deadpool.
You mean he's his Gambit, right? He's not Deadpool.
Gambit.
I'm sorry, his Gambit. My apologies. I mean, I think that for the Fox characters, I think that they kind of were dealt dirty, a lot of them, and they had. I'm not going to say that I felt like all of those X-Men movies were the best. I'm glad that they were made because we needed to see hero movies, but I'm sad that he didn't get an opportunity to show what he could do. So them bringing him and the other cameo, spoiler alert, which I'm not going to say, but we all know who that one is. Okay, Blade.
Yeah.
So
Blade.
those people in X-23. I mean, I'm glad that they were able to bring them officially into the MCU and show what they could do a little bit in the MCU. And even though they may not be recurring, I'm glad they got a chance to be shown here. So that's a good thing.
I wish we would have got Punisher. Punisher walked in. What's his name? Thomas Jane. I think I wish we would have got that Punisher.
Oh, that one was already dead, right? In that universe order.
Yeah, and then Deadpool makes the joke. He's like, "Which Punisher? There's been like 5."
Right. Yeah.
And that's where Blade says, "And there's only been one Blade. There's only going to be one."
Yeah.
And then Deadpool's reaction to that comment, he's like, You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I think they're gonna make this figure. They have to. They have to. All of them.
yeah, I would get this. I would definitely get
Do you guys, if you guys had to put a percentage that this gets made, what would you guys say?
75%.
75?
Yeah.
49.
No, knowing hot.
29? Whoa, you're going low, classy.
40,
Oh,
49.
49.
Yeah,
I'll
so
say
just below half.
35.
35.
50%.
That would be so bad if they don't do it. If they do,
I think it's like a rights issue. Did they get the rights from him?
we don't know yet. They're probably just trying to save these figures until everybody sees the movie, and then they'll start
Yeah.
dropping them.
Oh,
I
they
guess
probably
we'll-
got, they
we'll
probably
see.
got
We're
his
only-
rights.
You really think about it, we're only a weekend. So
Yeah.
we still got time.
Yomo says live action X-Men figures are overdue.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean-
he's saying right now.
I mean, if they made a figure of Lady Deadpool and she had 2 lines, and this guy had some significant parts,
Yeah.
Actual
they
lines,
should
yeah.
make a figure for him.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do like the whole Deadpool family because like the actors or the ones who portray the characters were Ryan Reynolds' family
Yeah.
in real life.
Mhm.
So I think maybe that's why they went that route. But this one, I'm
Yeah.
kind of thinking of the whole multiverse of madness situation with the Professor X. John
But
Krasinski.
these characters had more scenes than those characters. They got killed
yeah,
off.
I mean that is true. So I'm just thinking of that. I was like, but I mean, of course, I would love this Gambit, Blade.
And I think
You know.
they would get a lot of backlash if they don't do all those cameos. Hot Toys get a lot of backlash.
Yeah,
And,
but,
you know, someone was mentioning we were talking about Ahsoka, and earlier in the show, and I think it was when Thrawn came up, and where people are buying, you know, what figures, how far they're going that line. How many figures do they have from Ahsoka? Like 16,
16,
17?
A lot of use
shitload.
characters.
I enjoyed the show. I have Thrawn, I have Balin, and
Shin?
what's her name?
Shin.
Shin.
Shin
I have
Hati.
them on pre-order.
No, they
I'm not
came
trying
out.
to keep those figures, but
They came out with a
like, they had
Captain
16,
Rex.
17 figures. 16, 17 figures of a show that was, you know, marginally popular. It's not Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right.
I gotta think that,
But
you know, if they could go all in if they choose to on Deadpool and Wolverine, just based on you're looking at a film that in a couple days is gonna join the $1 billion club.
Yeah. Probably this
Why
week.
wouldn't they go on?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Why wouldn't they go all in and produce all these figures?
when Captain Rex showed up, I think he only had one line of dialogue, and they came out with a new Captain Rex.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was-
But that was easy. No head sculpt. They just
Yeah.
changed a little bit. It was like, that was
You know,
Yeah, that
why
was
wouldn't they
pretty
come
easy
out
for them.
with Gambit, with
Well, and they did young Ahsoka and Clone
Yeah.
Wars Anakin too.
Well, okay, what do you guys say is the chances they do every member of that resistance, including spoiler alert, Elektra, Blade?
I feel like they have to. They have to because
Yeah,
they made the move. That's what they.
Fantastic Four, Johnny Storm, Chris Evans.
That's the reason I don't think they're going to go all in on that, because they're going to have the actual Fantastic Four coming out,
Yeah.
and I don't think that they would do this Fox version as a solo figure, knowing that the entire team will be coming out within the next year or two. So
But they already have
but they
Chris
they have,
Evans.
that's
Chris
they have
Evans
his-
would
they
Yeah.
be
have his
really
likeness,
easy.
but I don't
And
know.
then like the outfit he was wearing, I feel like to trick the audience, like half of it was like Captain America, because he had like the Captain America
Yeah.
pants. And
Yeah,
the
that was
boots.
perfect. The way they did
And
that,
then-
that was awesome.
And he had the poncho, so you couldn't see what he was wearing underneath, but you thought,
Yeah.
oh, it's Captain America. They did that on purpose. So like Hot Toys is like easy money, just like that
Yeah,
Rex.
I got a question
right?
for you.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. If they do all the cameos, including Chris Evans, would y'all get them?
I'm not sure about
Chris Evans.
Elektra. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I'm not sure if I'll get Elektra, but
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you.
the other ones I think I will.
I would
For
get Chris Evans. I would get Gambit. I would get Blade.
For sure, Blade. For sure, Gambit. Yeah.
I don't know.
Electra for me,
my,
that's one of my childhood crushes, Jen Gardner, in the 2003 Daredevil film. Like, if they made it from the original film, that I'd be more inclined. But this, like, she actually was. What's interesting about her suit in this one, she didn't get as much to do in this movie. But what was interesting, she did have like a more maroon suit because she wore a black in the original and then like a red satin one in her solo movie. But in this one, she wore more of a like neutral, like more muted red. Maroons. And then actually what's pretty cool is that she was wearing Daredevil's belt from the original suit from the 2003 film. So I mean, I'd buy it, but I don't think it'd be widely popular. Like, I don't think a lot of people would buy it.
Yeah.
But I would prefer the one from the original movie, actually. Even though it's black, I'd buy it from the original movie.
What are the chances they do a Hulk from that little scene, seamless Hulk?
I mean,
I don't
think they're going to do a Hulk at some point. I don't know about that scene.
Right, not from this movie.
Yeah,
not from Deadpool.
I could see them doing that Wolverine.
That Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
very tempting.
I think that's a given. I think they're definitely doing that. The brown and yellow.
The only thing is that
that's like some exclusive or something.
I had been hearing that supposedly for Secret Wars, Hugh Jackman will be back and he might be wearing that suit.
Oh.
So if he wears that suit in Secret Wars, then
they may wait
because they might wait.
Now
Yomo, he'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yomo saying just replace some of the Iron Man announcements for these cameo characters.
Nobody wants that Mark 80.
I don't think they'll do if the chances. I don't think the chances are high. They do every member of the Resistance. They might do. I think the highest ones they'll do is Blade.
Yeah, they'll do
and
Blade.
Gambit.
Yes,
I think those.
Yeah, because Danny Spotchka's fantasy figure last week was Blade.
Yes, I remember. I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be cool too because he's the older version. He's got a little white in his beard and his hair. So. Yeah.
And I wish they would do the X-23, even though she wasn't a costumed character.
Yomo, I'm there with you, but Yomo's the guy. He's a Daredevil guy too, because he pitched Daredevil like you told me, Gio. So
yeah, fantasy figures.
He's a Daredevil guy.
Elektra from the Daredevil show, more than this.
The Elektra from the show.
Yeah, the Daredevil show.
Oh, okay. So made a version of that one, I think.
Yeah. I didn't like either one. I didn't like any of the Elektras. They haven't done her right in any of the movies or shows. I mean, none of those are the Elektra that I want them to do a Frank Miller's Elektra. That's what I'm looking for.
You didn't like when Bullseye gets that sword and shoves it right into her belly?
It's not
that's straight comic book from Frank Miller.
And that Bullseye was not Bullseye. I mean, it's.
I like that Bullseye though. I think he's pretty cool. Man,
we're about to get him in the Born Again in a comic accurate suit.
Now I'm hoping that in Born Again, I'm hoping that they kind of go back and maybe go not completely, but a little bit more comic accurate. Give me an Elektra, a Greek Elektra, kind of like in Daredevil, the Man Without Fear comic series. Give me that Elektra, the Elektra that was with the wild hair, the one that was a little bit schizophrenic.
No.
I mean, I'm digging that, or give me that kind of Elektra.
She was Greek in the movie, man. What are you talking about?
Jennifer Garner was too nice and too sweet. She wasn't.
What are you talking about? She stabbed Daredevil.
She stabbed him right. She just didn't have the personality for it. I mean, anybody can stab somebody.
What do you think, Classy? What did you think of Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin though? Because I thought he was dope.
I liked him in that.
I thought he was good.
I mean,
I like.
I'd buy his figure, man. I'd buy his figure.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna give you that on Michael Clark Duncan. That was a good choice.
And Classy, have you seen the director's cut of Daredevil?
No,
I haven't seen.
You should watch that. The director's cut is better.
Yeah, and
is that one readily available?
Yeah. You should be able to find it.
And I'm sorry, Ben Affleck was not Daredevil. He was not Daredevil.
But was he Batman though? Was he Batman?
He's my Batman. I'm sorry.
He was a Batman.
A Batman. Okay.
I think he did a pretty decent job of being Batman, more than being Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
To me.
Let me get to the live chat
go
real
ahead.
quick here. Hold on a sec. Christian Cooper, what's up, guys? Hello there, Mr. Christian Cooper. Thank you so much for dropping by here. Greatly appreciate it. Yomo says Electra was one of my first female heroes I liked. The film Daredevil was my shit.
Yeah,
And
me
yeah, I
too. Me and
remember-
Yomo.
Yeah, I remember
me and
Yomo. That was one of his first fantasy figure.
Yeah,
picks.
she's
I was
she's
like,
definitely
"Ooh."
a baddie, man. Yeah.
Yeah, this Electra was bad. He says Christian Cooper, and then my brother Matthew says I really like the Dare Fleck outfit and would want a figure of it.
Look at this, Gio.
Oh
You see
shit!
it?
Let me go there. Hold on a sec. I didn't even see it right away till you just brought it up. Oh shit! That looks funny actually. I didn't know they
It's one
made
of
this.
They made a bobblehead of
Wow.
Jen Gardner's Electra from Daredevil. See, I'm a real fan.
I'm the real
funny.
fan. You're a poser. You
Whoa, whoa!
yeah.
Somebody's
Wow.
gatekeeping here. Somebody's
Hey, look,
gatekeeping.
Look, you've already got your two sides taken care of. You don't have another side for Electra.
Then
No
Yomo
more
saying I'd
size
buy.
for
He says I'd buy all of them. Honestly, I'm saying all four. If we ever get a Ben Affleck
classy.
Daredevil figure, I might cry. What is that? Let me see.
Can you go big on that?
Oh shit! You have
Born
that.
again. Yeah.
Hey, there we go. There it is.
Yeah.
This is nice.
All right. Hold on a
Agreed,
second.
says Matthew.
Zoom in here if we're doing
Hold
that.
on, hold on,
Wait a minute.
hold on. One more. I just bought this too, class. Can you see it?
Hey,
Yeah,
you just
I
have
can
this
see
ready
it.
to go. It's like... That's cool, actually. I like that.
All right,
I got
zoom in
everything.
here.
Like, go ahead.
Where is it?
You
Hold
gotta
on a
zoom
sec.
into
Oh, there you go.
see. Zoom in more if you can. You see
I don't know
the
if I-
Daredevil
I don't know
next
if
to
I
the
could.
next to Megatron in the middle.
I can't really see. I don't think I could zoom
I
in.
can't see it.
No,
Yeah,
I
sure
think
did.
I think yeah. Oh, I see it. I see it.
The Born Again cover.
Yep.
That's the original
see it.
comic.
Oh, okay, okay.
Very nice.
Did you get it graded?
All right. Yes, it's graded awesome. I No, I didn't do any of that stuff. I'm not going to sell this stuff. It's for my decoration of walls, and you know, when I'm gone from this earth, my daughter, or if I have grandchildren by then, that's their problem. They can deal with it.
All right. My brother Matthew says Ben Affleck Daredevil was one of the first superhero movies that
Yeah.
he saw.
Yeah.
Then we have and Jemima says Jose just flexing on us.
I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I'm just trying to show Classy I'm a real fan because he called me a poser. You know what I mean?
You got you.
Classy, we've never debated this much, man. What happened? You didn't get the script.
I will give you some.
What happened, man?
I'm gonna give you some fan love. Okay, so you two are a fan. I will give you some love on that.
Hey, but you know what? The film got us into reading the comic, The Born Again,
Well,
and
okay, well, that's
exploring
good.
Frank Miller and all that. So, like, I personally grew up with it, so I'm nostalgic for it. Like, I
Yeah.
want a Ben Affleck Daredevil figure. I want an Electro. I like the Bullseye. I think he's a little ridiculous, but I think I like him. And Marco Clark Duncan, like, when I think of Kingpin, I actually think about him. You know, I like Vincent D'Onofrio, but I think about him, man, and how intimidating he was, and how he grabs those dudes' heads. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little too excited here, but he grabs those dudes' heads and smashes them, and man, it's just like whoa. Oh, and the fight's extended in the director's cut when he fights Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's the extended fight. There's a whole others like additional B plot that happens that was cut out from the original. It's really good, man.
Yeah. For me, I don't want to see Ben Affleck in any superhero roles. The thing I want to see him in is the accountant. Now that was a role. And if they made a figure of that accountant doing all his accounting the way he does accounting.
I heard they were making another the accountant movie.
Really?
Yes, it's happening. Yeah. No,
That
that's
was
already
the
shooting, I
best
believe.
movie.
Yeah.
Is it? Wow, now
Yeah.
that was the best movie, and that was where he really was an action star to me, was in that movie. And he just did it. He was just like this kind of dorky nerd, and he was kicking he was doing his thing.
I think
I want my
Go ahead.
my Ben Affleck Goodwill Hunting figure, or
Oh,
my Ben
That's right.
Affleck Dunkin' Donuts clerk.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I want my 1/6 Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Let me read this comment from Mr. Yumo. I know it was directed at my brother, but he says, I know a lot of people don't like the film, but it'll always be one of my childhood favorites.
Yeah. I think the issue is that tonally it had issues because it was during that age of superheroes where like, should we be serious like X-Men or should we be kind of goofy like Spider-Man? And like they try to like, well, let's do kind of a blend of both, you know? And that was the issue there because they kind of wanted to be dark like X-Men and Blade, but they also kind of wanted to be a little lighter like Spider-Man because Spider-Man had been so hot. Yeah. So they were like, oh, so that's what the issue is because, you know, the seesaw scene and ridiculous scenes like that. But I think that movie, you know, Class, you can debate me all you want, but I think that movie has a lot more nuance than people give credit for it.
I'll give you that. It didn't sit well with me. I didn't care for it, and I thought that they were, to me, I felt they were miscast. But, you know, I am glad they did it though, because like I said, you know, we needed the superhero movies. I mean, I think people needed exposure to
Affleck was willing to dye his hair. He dyed his hair red.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox said that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So
wow.
He didn't have to.
So, and then also I will tell you that for a long time, Ben Affleck really wanted to do Frank Miller inspired Born Again. Like he said, if we do a sequel, I want it to be Born Again. And actually, when he was Batman, he loves Born Again's Frank Miller and anything Frank Miller so much. But I mean, he's not making the movies, but he loves it. When he was going to direct his own Batman movie, he actually was drawing inspiration from Born Again with the whole secret identity and being discovered and Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke after him and so on and so forth. Like,
don't even bring that up. I'm still mad we never got that.
I know. But if you dive deep, Joe Manganiello's interviews, like he's talked about how Ben Affleck was bringing up Born Again again and again and again. He's been wanting to do that story since he was Daredevil. So how many years? So again, he is a fan, but again, he didn't make the original Daredevil, but he knew the source material and that's what he wanted to do.
Okay, and that's good. I'm glad to hear that he's a fan, and I just didn't think that his portrayal fit my vision of who that character was. But again, you know, I respect the fact that he's a fan, and maybe he needs to produce and make that version of it. Just like Robert Rodriguez, when he did Sin City, he said, I want to do Frank Miller's Sin City. And that's what he did. He made Frank Miller's Sin City.
Okay. All right, so let's get into the last segment of the night. So we're over the 3-hour mark now, but let's go into this real quick. I know, but it's of course.
Sorry about that, guys. We were talking Gambit, and then it went into different things.
No, that's no worries at all. That's
things.
That's the whole point of doing this, right? So that's perfectly fine. Keep, gift, or destroy. So this one is tailored for Mr. Jose Plus.
Before we jump there, for Aaron, just for Aaron's sake, who would buy that Gambit if they announce it? Like everyone?
I would.
Yes.
I would. Yes.
I'm on the fence.
Okay.
I'd have to see it.
I think a lot of people would, you know, especially to recreate that scene when they're all standing together.
Yeah. Unless like what Classic Thomas said. I mean, if the head sculpt is like really, really bad, then maybe not. But we're assuming that it'll be good.
Yeah, I don't think the head sculpt is gonna be too bad. It shouldn't be, especially with their
assuming all that.
Right. So that's kind of like a given, but yes, definitely.
I definitely get the Blade.
So getting into the Keep, Gift, or Destroy for Mr. Jose Plus. I know you played a version of this in person.
We did, yeah.
We did the Cali.
I hope you gave him some like hard choices.
Oh gosh.
I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure how I did, but we'll see.
Let's do it. Come on.
So again, Keep is a figure that you'll keep forever. That is your figure. A Gift is a figure that you like, but you have to admire it
from afar.
You know, a different household. It can't be in the same household as you. And then obviously destroy. You're destroying that figure, and it might be connected to something
Choose
else. Each character might have different ones, right? Okay. So let's see how we did here. So the first one is Ghostface. So again, that'll be any iteration of Ghostface from any movie, any manufacturer. If you destroy it, you're destroying every single Ghostface 6-scale figure. Gosh. The next one is Michael Myers. Same thing. Any iteration of Michael Myers from any Halloween movie or whatever the case. So if you destroy him, you're destroying that as well.
Does it also get rid of the movies?
Yes.
No,
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, no. It's never been like the
just
movies,
the figures, right?
But just
the figure.
No, it should be the movies. Just
it's always
no, don't do that.
Wait, but now since I'm starting to like start anew with the Keep, Gift, or Destroy, because I've done a lot of these for guests on Figures Talk. So I figured that I would go back to square one, like maybe start with Danny Spotchka again from the beginning.
Okay.
And maybe I should include the films as well. Like if you destroy the character, the figure, you'll destroy the movie too. The last one for you, Mr. Jose Plus, is Black Widow. So again, if you destroy a Black Widow, you'll be destroying every iteration of Black Widow. It's easy,
just keep Black Widow.
So those are your picks there, Mr. Jose Plus. So let me look at the live chat that I saw a couple in there. Matthew says, every time I think the show is going to end, there's another segment. Wow, Matthew, right? Yeah, this is the last segment, though, just so you know there.
Okay.
And Jemima says, classy
that's your brother,
to
right?
unleash all the loopholes. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's my brother Matthew. Yeah.
He's a ball buster.
So there you go.
When you destroy a figure, you destroy all iterations of that figure, even customs and all that, right?
Correct. Especially
so it's like no one's ever made.
Choose wisely.
And then you can't make it yourself. That's
gosh. I spent a lot of money on both my customs. I have customs of both figures. The Michael Myers you've seen, and then the Ghostface as well. The Ghostface is actually from 6, even though I want to make another, because I have the robe and I have the mask for the original. I just need to figure out the body and all that. But come on, man. Well, I'm keeping Widow. That's a given. I'm keeping Widow. So
you're gonna keep Black Widow and all the iterations, Civil War, Endgame, whatever the case. There you go.
Yeah. I'm keeping there. I'm gifting my Michael Myers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna destroy the Ghostface. Oh gosh, man. I just think aesthetically, as a figure, the Myers is a little bit cooler. Although I am a huge Scream fan. Like I like Scream probably more than Halloween, but I love them just almost equally. But if I had to pick, I probably would pick Scream. But when it comes to the figure, I probably I could live without it, so I could probably destroy it.
Okay.
Jose, I got you. I'll keep the Widow, gift you Ghostface, and destroy Michael Myers.
There we go. Loophole, Gio.
Is it though? Because then that means that that still wouldn't fit because you chose something else, though, right? It's because you chose to destroy it.
Yeah.
So I guess that really wouldn't work. But
Aaron's gifting it to me, so now I have it.
But when it comes to your house, it gets destroyed again.
But you destroyed all of them.
Because you destroyed all of
the
them.
iterations.
So when one comes to your house, it has to go.
Aaron lives in another reality, man.
Yeah, that sounds
He's
like
from the multiverse, man.
Hey, look, I'm the only one that's supposed to be cheating here, okay?
Right. So speaking of that, what would be your picks, Thomas?
Okay, I'm going to keep Widow because I didn't get a chance to order her. Just gives me a chance to get one. So I'm going to keep the Widow. I am going to destroy Ghostface.
Okay. So the same as Jose.
I'm going to gift. Who am I going to gift Michael Myers to?
I mean, you don't have to select that part. It's just a matter of No, you don't have to.
Um,
You can just say gift and whoever, so that hasn't
I
chosen to
think-
destroy it.
No, you know what? I think I'm going to just keep the Widow, and I'm going to destroy both of them.
Oh wow,
That makes
Okay,
it easier.
Oh wow.
okay. So you'd rather not have them at all? Okay.
I'd rather not have them at all. You know,
don't think I've had-
I don't want to pick one, so I'll just destroy them, and I'll keep the Widow. And but see, Michael Myers always rises up from the dead, so then he'll wind up coming back.
That doesn't.
to me.
No, that doesn't.
And
That's another.
and the same
He's
thing.
trying
with
another
Ghostface,
classy loophole.
because he's a ghost.
It could be
You know,
anyone,
he's going
right?
to come back to me also. So I wind up keeping them all.
I'm happy saying destroy both of them. So he's saying that too. Mr. Adam, how about you?
Definitely keep Black Widow. Make mine Marvel. I'm gonna gift Michael Myers because this might be apocryphal, but I've heard that the mask face was based on William Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is
if
correct.
that's the case, all right. So Shatner, I love Shatner. He's my captain when it comes to Star Trek. So I wouldn't want to do anything to hurt Mr. Shatner. And John Carpenter, he's a fantastic director. And I destroyed Ghostface. I wasn't really into either Halloween or the Scream franchises.
Oh.
But I'm gifting Michael Myers because of Shatner and because of John Carpenter.
Okay. All right, so I think I'm the only one who's left. So I usually do it too, and this is actually kind of hard for the horror characters, but I'm gonna destroy Black Widow.
Wow.
What?
So that one was kind of easy for me, even though this figure looks absolutely amazing. I will admit.
Wait. If you destroy Widow, does Scarlett Johansson still exist?
Yeah, she still exists.
Well,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I almost had a heart attack there, Gio. I was like, what?
once again, Scarlett Johansson or Black Widow sacrifices herself.
That's right.
No.
These
She
two are,
sacrifices herself.
but these two are hard for me. They really are because
It's easy. Destroy Ghostface.
Well, I'm destroying a Black Widow. But
No, Ghostface is in your intro, so you got to keep him.
oh, that too. I didn't consider that.
You know, Gio, if you promise to let me have unlimited cheat codes, I will allow you to keep both of them.
Oh,
Well, that wouldn't be fair for everyone else that's on the show.
Well, no, they don't get it. This is a private deal between
Well, that's what I'm
you
saying.
and me.
It wouldn't be fair, but
Well,
I
private deals aren't
appreciate.
supposed to be fair.
I appreciate it though, but I'm gonna decline it. But
Yeah, classic
But
Thomas
thank you
is
for that.
winning.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep Ghostface. I'll gift Michael Myers, and then again, like I said, I'll trash.
Destroy.
Who you
Wow.
gonna gift it to? You
Trash.
gonna gift it to your brother?
He said-
a la basura.
Yeah,
Oh,
like-
man.
Yeah, exactly. That's not very classy, Thomas. Just kidding. But yeah, so those were your picks there, Mr. Jose. Plus,
Well,
hopefully it
thank
wasn't,
you. You made it hard. Those conversations that we've had gave you some good picks there, man.
oh yeah, definitely. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put him. I'm definitely
I
gonna
hate
put
what Gio did to me that day.
Ghostface.
Oh.
So yeah, sometimes I'm good at it, and I've missed it. Sometimes
That was a good
with
one.
the
I
keep
like
gift.
that one.
Yeah, but before you do these, you gotta ask around, try to get to know what the person likes, and then
Oh yeah, sometimes I do have to do that, but sometimes I like with Jose, like we've had conversations about this. So that he was kind of easy. So,
My brother said, "I don't want it."
Gee, thanks.
but still, even so, I mean, because even if you have these conversations, there may be something else that's like, well, I mean, I could probably let it go.
I mean, if had you thrown in a Padme in there or
oh,
94,
I was thinking.
oh man, I would have had some trouble there.
I was thinking about that too. Maybe I should have had Black Widow and Padme and maybe the Keeping of the Horror, Michael Myers.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
right, because that's both your sides,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Natalie and Scarlett. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, guys, that
Wait
was
a minute.
it.
You know what would have really been difficult is if you said get rid of a Natalie figure, get rid of a Scarlet figure, and get rid of his girlfriend's figure. Because of course, in this world, you would make a girlfriend. Make him choose between those three.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Classy. You got some weird imagination there, man.
I know.
Don't listen to him, Gio. Don't listen to him.
We're gonna call Hot Toys and tell them to make a figure of your girlfriend.
Wow.
And then we're gonna do another figure talk and make you choose between the three of them.
That's crazy.
We're gonna call up Howard tonight.
He's
He's gonna make my girlfriend, but he won't make Bespin Han. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for being on here. This really long stream again here. But let me plug you guys' either channels or Instagram pages and stuff like that. So let's start with Mr. Adam 12. So what do you have going on?
Coming up to 1,700 subscribers, so continuing to grow. Putting up a lot of Deadpool shorts. So those seem to be people like those. And my newest video is I did an unboxing. My daughter and I did an unboxing of Mace Windu. This week I have 3 figures I'm sitting on that I need to unbox with my daughter. She's trying to find time with her to do it, so I'm hoping to tape one tomorrow. I have the No Way Home Spider-Man that's still sitting in the box, Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and the Mandalorian Obi-Wan. So hopefully we'll at least get one of those in the next day or two that we'll be unboxing. Probably Spider-Man.
Okay. Well,
and
again,
tomorrow night I'm going to be on. I just want to plug. I'll be on Brick Show, the Daily Bugle.
Oh, Bugle 6.
Oh, nice.
Bugle 6,
right.
yeah.
Bugle 6, yeah, Bugle 6. Yes, that's tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you won that Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're both winners.
Oh yeah, both
Rigged.
won. Yeah, they both won.
Rigged.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, but you won something, Aaron.
Like
didn't you?
I did win something.
Yeah, you won something. I was out of town, and I came back, and I let the dogs out and all that, and then I logged in, and I heard Brick saying that I won something. And I'm like, what? And then so I tuned in late, so I saw I won that. I was like, oh man.
Wait a minute, Adam.
Oh man,
Awesome.
Brick messaged me. Go ahead,
Adam,
Classy.
Who was it to let the dogs out?
Yeah.
It was Adam.
Brick messaged me, and he was like, "Yo, man, just sign up, man. $2.99, man. And I got you, man. I got you. You'll win something." And I was like, "Nah, man, I don't know about that." He's like, "I don't want you to rig it." And he's like, "Nah, man, I got you." He wink emoji, and I was like, "All right."
Well, okay.
And then nothing happened. I'm like, he swindled me, man.
Sorry.
Brick, if you're out there, man, I'm calling you out.
You're a loser.
Wow.
I'm kidding. He didn't do that. Here's another one for you, Classy. Check it out.
Because he's a Lakers fan.
Now, see, that is an electric costume. That's electric.
You'd appreciate this one.
That's right. That's how Electra should have looked.
Oh, okay. So not the bobblehead one that you just showed us a while ago.
Yeah, but, that's what he
You're
wants.
going through everything.
So that's cool.
Yeah. But again, thank you so much, Mr. Adam 12, one Adam 12, the figure stock champion.
Always a pleasure.
So yeah, Bugle 6 tomorrow. You're going to be on there, and actually, I think I'm going to be on Bugle 6 tomorrow too. Actually.
Oh.
But
All
again,
right.
that's tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Wait, is it 6 p.m.? I think it is.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
9 o'clock
8
my
Central or something? And 9
Yeah, 9
Yeah,
Eastern.
yeah, yeah.
Eastern?
Yeah, it is 6 Pacific
Yeah.
time. That's right. So thank you again so much there, Mr. Adam. Mr. Classy Thomas, what do you have going on?
Well, on Wednesday, I'll be on the on CW's After Dark as normal, like I typically do, and not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, we'll be getting back to our regular schedule on CW Movie Night. We'll be doing John Waters' 1988 version of Hairspray. So I hope y'all will join us. It's going to be.
I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, you got to see it. It's really,
I saw the John Travolta one, the 2006.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, watch the '88 version, and then contact me and tell me your comparison. I mean, it's totally different. I think John Travolta did a respectable job. He tried, but I don't think it was a really I don't think that was a great fit. But the original version with the Divine in it was spectacular. So you got you, and it wasn't a musical. It actually was a movie that had a lot of music in it.
Oh,
but, yeah. So yeah, the original movie was actually a movie for the times. It was turned into a Broadway play.
Oh,
and then it was turned into a movie. So it kind of went through several iterations, but the original to me is still the best. So if you ever get a chance,
is that the one with Ricky Lake?
Ricky Lake, exactly.
Yeah.
That had Ricky Lake, Jerry Stiller. It had Debbie Harry from Blondie. It had Ruth Brown, legendary solo artist. Had lots and lots of characters in there. So yeah, check it out, and join us for movie night when we do it.
It's a cult classic.
Nice.
Yes, it is.
Well, Mr. Classic Thomas, thank you so much for being here. And that I see you on Ben Thomas' show all the time too. So
yeah, usually on Sundays. We didn't have one this Sunday.
Right.
I mean today, this past Sunday. I imagine we'll probably have it next Sunday, and so like I said, I usually will be there on Sundays, and every once in a while Gio will call me up, and so I might also kind of join up over here and do a little double duty, which is no problem.
That's craziness to me, but
yeah, it is.
Glad you do it though. So.
But if I get one of those cool little montages,
the little intro, yeah,
a little intro, I definitely will show up.
You're on the list. There's like 2 people that I need to make intros for, because you guys have been on it for quite a while already. You left quite a few times, but thank you so much there, Mr. Classy Thomas and Mr. Jose Plus. So I'm going to show your Instagram,
my empty page.
Instagram page. So
yeah,
there you go.
So yeah, it's just been a work in progress with this page, man. It's just one of the reasons I haven't posted was because I wanted to do the new logo. I've talked about this on other streams, and I had actually talked to Danny Spachka about doing a new logo, and he said, yeah, but then he got the job with the apprentices and all that, and he hasn't been able to do it. So I think I might just start posting, and I might just start posting, and then later, if he gets time, introduce the new logo.
Though. I like it. It looks
that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of John Wickish.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's actually Al Pacino. It's a callback to Carlito's Way, because Mario.
I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, Mario told me that I looked like Al Pacino. So he was like, you ever seen Carlito's Ways? He's like, you seen Carlito's Way? I'm like, nah. And he's like, watch it. You look like Al Pacino in that movie. And I watched it, and I was, oh wait, kind of do. So then I found the silhouette, and I just put my name on it. So, but yeah, like I said, I think I might just start posting, and then once Danny gets available, we'll update the logo slightly. But yeah.
Are you announcing a YouTube channel?
Not yet. Aaron and me have talked about this for
Jose Plus.
Yeah, the Jose Plus. I actually, one of the things I was talking about with Mario on another stream was that I most likely will do a live stream, maybe like once every so often, like not like a weekly thing, but like maybe once a month or once every blue moon or whatever. And it'll be a little different. Like I kind of want to incorporate some Spanish elements in it.
Oh, okay.
But like for fun, like Spanglish. Like I don't want somebody to be like, oh, I don't speak Spanish. Can I be on your show? Like, nah. Like it'd be fun. You know what I mean? Like. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at. It's all brainstorming right now, but got a lot of things going on right now, so I haven't really zoned in, but I'll probably create the YouTube page and then little by little work on it.
Okay. Well, let us know for sure.
Yeah.
And the other Canon council member who may be announcing a YouTube channel of his own, Aaron Collects.
Soon.
What do you got going
on? What I got going on? I just got this Symbiote Spidey in, so I'm probably gonna take some pictures of that. I got Deadpool coming in tomorrow. I got a bunch of figures I gotta take pictures of. Save Up Wednesday with Leo and the fellas, and Friday Miguel Toy Quest and Rotation And time is flying. October is getting closer. That means New York Comic Con is on the horizon, and we're doing a big Toy Quest on-one meetup.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to go to that. Are you going to that, Jose?
Where New York Comic Con?
New York Comic Con? Yeah.
No, not this year. No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, fellas.
But Aaron, thank you so much again for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Greatly appreciated. And I think I already plugged all of them here.
Yeah.
So
you got all of us. Thanks for having us, Gio.
Yeah, most definitely. Thanks very much. And then let me look at the live chat real quick because we see Loki.
Oh, Calvin made it.
Mr. Calvin dropping by. My dude, sup, y'all. Hello there, Mr. Calvin. Thank you for dropping by there. All right, so that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for again joining me, guys. Canon Council for tonight, and if you're in the live chat, thank you for watching this whole long ass stream tonight. Greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching in the replay,
awesome.
also greatly appreciate it. So thanks very much, everyone. And I am doing a big Met Report live stream on Saturday, my 50th episode of the Met Report. Sunday Figures Talk. I'm planning on doing like a giveaway, crossing the I think like 4K now, crossing 4K subscribers. So I kind of want to do like a giveaway live stream type of thing on Figures Talk as well. I don't think if it'll be this Sunday, but it's definitely soon. But again, Met Report Saturday, Figures Talk Sunday, and I think I'm gonna join Brick Artemis's channel tomorrow, the Bugle 6 p.m. Pacific time as well. So again, everyone, thank you so very much, and I'll see you guys next time.